Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me out there, chat? All right, man. We good. We good. My bad, man. My wire was tripping. Look like I gotta buy another wire. But yeah, man, we gonna get right into it, bro. Been crazy, crazy free agency. So, like y'all all know, before we went offline last night, we signed Fred Van Vliet to a 3-year deal for 64 million. Uh, I still get, but the good thing about the Fred Van Vliet deal is the last year is non-guaranteed. I mean, it's a team option, so we can cut bait with him after 2 years, which is not bad, not bad. We can still cut bait with Fred Van Vliet, but the Dylan Brooks is really the stickler to me. We gave him 4 years, 80 million, fully guaranteed. 4 years, 80 million, fully guaranteed. Now, I don't know about y'all. I'm hoping eventually um, he become the guy that we need. I'm guessing because he's gonna be here for a while, bro. We overpaid Dylan Brooks and Fred Van Vliet pretty handsomely, man. I know we trying to rebuild and get our whole um, chemistry and our just bring in vets and rebuild and get everything right. But bruh, I think we could have got something. Uh, it's like we showed our hand too soon. Stone, if he likes somebody, he's just gonna go and he gonna let everybody know this is the guy we want. Like, bro, at least play poker a little bit. He showed his hand too early, and we got held over the barrel. And this is what happens when you tank and you are bad, bad, bad for 3 years. For 3 years, this is bad, and we're gonna have to overpay to get guys in there to try to bring a new culture and a new identity to the team. Now, one thing that I can say is we didn't trade any of our main pieces as far as the young core. We still have Jabari. We still have Sengun. We still have Jalen Green, Tari. We still have those guys that we can build around. Now, we got Fred Van Vliet, Dylan Brooks, Jacques Landale. We end up getting Patty Mills. He's got to be just like a culture guy. I'm pretty sure he's not going to start. He's not going to get any type of meaningful playing time. He's just in there for the locker room. He's our Udonis Haslam, so to say. He's our Udonis Haslam. And I'm not upset about it. Now we just signed Uncle Jeff Green. We just signed Uncle Jeff Green. And that's like the biggest that's the biggest signing that I like so far is Jeff Green. I like I like everything Jeff Green brings to the table. He's a five, small ball five, but he can stretch the floor. He can shoot threes. He won't um, negate our spacing any. And I think Shangoon can play with Landale and Jeff Green. I don't think either one of them is going to relegate Shangoon to the bench. I know that's a lot what a lot of Shangoon lovers been clamoring about hey, Shangoon needs the opportunity to be the starter. And I think with the guys that we got, Shangoon is still going to be the starter. No center that we got this offseason, this free agency, is going to relegate Shangoon to the bench. But I love the free agent acquisition of Jeff Green. I'm not okay with giving Dylan Brooks 80 million guaranteed. I'm not okay with that. Now the Fred Van Vliet is livable because the last year is not guaranteed. It's a team option. So we can cut bait with him. And We got rid of Josh Christopher. He's on the Philly. He's on the Memphis Grizzlies. We got rid of Ty and Garuba. They both went to the Atlanta Hawks. And we got rid of KJ Martin. KJ Martin went to the Los Angeles Clippers. The only one I'm kind of upset about with that one is KJ Martin, but there wasn't no clear path for KJ Martin to get any significant playing time. So I understand he's been unhappy now for the last 2 years, especially last year. It really came to a head to where he didn't want to be a backup no more. And Phil, Los Angeles at the Clippers, I don't know how much playing time he's going to get over there. He's still going to be coming off the bench, I suspect. But I think he's in a more structured organization where he's surrounded by veterans, Russell Westbrook and Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, to where he can have he's in a pretty good situation. I think KJ Martin went to a pretty good situation, But as far as Ty and Garuba, I think they kind of got a raw deal being here, but this is the price. This is the price of drafting. This is why when me and Frank used to, if y'all been listening to the channel for a while, when we got all of those draft picks, we knew some of these guys was going to be left out. That's why at the time we was like saying, hey, pick two of these draft picks and shop the rest and get players that can play for these last two, like at the end of the draft picks, like Tata Washington. We should have never even picked Tata Washington. We should have traded that pick. We should have never picked Garuba. We should have traded that pick for somebody that can help us on the court. And now we see all of this tanking, all of this being bad. This is what we get. Now we got to overpay for guys like Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet is not the worst signing in the world. I think he really can come here and help the guys if he come in here and do what is he supposed to do. Now, I don't want him coming here thinking he's the man. He's got to put up 25, 30 shots. He's got to set up the guys and teach a man how to play point guard in the league. That's what Fred VanVleet is here for. He's still here to contribute, but to set up everybody else and to be a mentor to A-Man Thompson. I think we got better, bro. We got better. These are the baby steps, the increment steps that we need to do to get better. And we did get better, bro. We really did get better. But at what price? We really overpaid quite a bit just to get leadership and some not all-star level caliber players. I don't think neither one of these guys that we picked up will still be an all-star. Dylan Brooks is not going to be an all-star. Fred VanVleet is not going to be an all-star. But we did, I think, get closer to the play-in. I think outright we should be better than like the Spurs and Detroit and some of these other teams to where we should be. I think OKC is probably still better than us, especially with Chet coming back. I think they are still better than us, but we should move up a couple of rungs in the Western Conference. Now, we're not contenders. We're contending to be a play-in team, possibly. Now, I could see us probably winning 38 to 42 games and being at 8th, ninth seed range to where we can play, we could play a play-in game to see if we can get into the tournament. Now, I think we still should be better than the Blazers. I think we're going to be better than the Blazers, I feel, especially since they're trying to shop Dame, and he only want to goes to Miami. So that limits the capital and the assets that they can get back from the league because he's basically narrowed it down and said it's Miami or nothing. And if Miami was to give up, I guess, like Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, probably Kyle Lowry or somebody like that, that don't automatically make the Blazers any better. So I think we should still probably be better than them. the Spurs we should be better than. Um, did we make any headway on like New Orleans? If Zion don't come back, if he's still in his, you know, I don't even know what to call what Zion is doing right now. He's in his whole phase, I would say. Who do you think we will be behind still to where we still need to take that leap to get over? Are we neck and neck with OKC? I really don't think so. I think OKC probably still a little bit better than us. You know what I'm saying? So let me get up to the chat, holler at y'all boys. CSGs, we always got. Let me see who we got in here with us. Stick with me right now. I see y'all filling it up. Good, good, good. Appreciate y'all for coming and stopping by. I'm going to get to y'all real fast. I'm going to get to the comments. Shout out to all my CSGs. Let's see. Swaggy D, what's good, Swaggy D? Appreciate you for joining us. V Power, what's happening? My boy Fi, what's good, Fi? Salim Nasir, what's good? King 98, what's happening? L. Smith 11, what's popping with you, brother? Let's see. David Fam, what's good, David? Appreciate you for joining us. JK Memes, what's good? Devin 95, what's popping? Who else we got in here with us? Kubalay, what's good, Kubalay? Appreciate you for joining us, pimp. Let's see. I'm coming down to y'all. I'm coming down to you. Merc One, what's happening, Merc One? H Heath Bilbrey, what's popping with you? Larry Atenier Sr., appreciate you for joining us. Big up, Larry. I see you resubscribed and became a member. Appreciate you. Sigga Miggs, what's popping with you? Braden DeWitt, what's good with you? The Garage Guy, what's popping? Bumper. Trey 9 LBE, what's popping? Imran Duman, what's good with you? I am that I am, what's good with you? Let's see. The Midnight Ace, what's happening with you? Skeeter, what's good with you? Skeeter. Steve O, what's happening? Big R 1984, what's good, Big R? Appreciate you for joining us. Joe Blue, what's good, Joe Blue? Mikael Martinez, what's happening with you? Let's see. I'm coming to y'all. Chris Ford, what's good? Goyo Falcone, what's popping? D Highway 61, what's happening? Shark Shock, what's good, Shark Shock? Mario Gonzalez, what's happening with you? The KO King, appreciate you for joining us. Mukonglaro Channel, what's good? Appreciate you for joining us. Who else we got in here with us? I'm coming to you. Let's see. Chris G, what's good, Chris G? Righteous, what's happening, Righteous? Scott Sanborn, what's good, Scott? Static, what's good, Static, my ninja? DJ Generation, what's popping with you, DJ? WS, what's good with you? Nicholas Williams, what's popping with you? Let's see who else we got in here with us. Eddie Robinson, what's good with you, Eddie Robinson? Taj Valentine, what's good, Taj? Let's see. King Dinka, what's good, King Dinka? Lock 787, what's popping with you, brother? Let's go. Thomas Smith, what's happening? Jonathan Jean, what's good? Bonita, what's happening, Bonita? Sheezy, what's good, Sheezy? Hold it down, baby. Busy Booming, what's good with you, Busy? Danny Dunn, what's popping? Let's see. Astro Tech, what's good, Astro? Alan Croson, what's happening? Trey 9 LBE, what's good? Higher Heights, Toon Jr. Neck Deck Personnel, what's good? Let's see. James Lindsay, what's good with you, James? Appreciate everybody for joining us. Brittany X, what's good? Appreciate everybody for joining us, man. Let's get it. I'm going to hit y'all up. Who want to come up and chop it up with you, man? I know y'all got some takes. Y'all need to get off. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Y'all can come up and give y'all takes off. This is all about y'all today. This is all about y'all. Jeremy Clemens, what's happening, baby? Appreciate you for joining us. Kevin Anderson, what's happening, bro? Come on up and get your takes off, man. Static. I know somebody got to come up and get their takes off, man. I know I ain't the only one feeling some type of way about this. I believe Frank probably will join us a little bit later. So we gonna just kick it off like how we always do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think we had to overpay, bro. I don't think it was the worst free agency that we can have, but it was kind of almost like the the worst case scenario, almost like the where we had to just Jason Makaya, what's good from Mexico, what's good, that we had to really just come and just overpay and do a lot of different things that we probably didn't expect we had to do. I got my boy Sheezy in here with me. What's happening, Sheezy?
Yo, what's up, man?
What's good with you, bro?
Worst free agency all of NBA history.
Worst free agency, you really in NBA history? You gonna give it that,
In
bro?
Rockets history, let's go there.
Okay, in Rockets history. Okay, okay. What exactly? What's your biggest pet peeve about? I mean, what happened? What's the biggest stickler about this whole thing?
Paying Dylan Brooks 4 years, $80 million. Paying Fred VanVleet $130 million. We could have gave that money to anybody. I don't think nobody at this point. I think Silas and them just destroyed us so bad that don't nobody want to play here right now. Because there's no way we could have went for Paul George. We could have went for Brooke Lopez, Kyrie. We're stuck with Patty Mills, Fred VanVleet, fucking Dylan Brooks. Come on, man. This is
Um,
gonna make the team, but that's gonna make our young players better.
I think it's gonna make the team better, and I think we're really gonna be a better team in the long run. I say by at least by next year, like a year under these veterans, having a veteran presence in the locker room is gonna pay us dividends. But I still don't see us this making a huge difference as far as like being um like further down the line. If we really got to max out our young guys, if our young guys don't come and just either out of Sengun or Jalen or Jabari, if them guys don't become all stars, bro, I think we kind of messed up. And your boy Stone got a lot of explaining to do. You
Hmm.
know.
Yep, yep. I mean, I'm confident that Alp will be an all star. Jalen Green, he just averaged 27 under Silas. He will be an all star, especially under Ime. If it's next year or if it's next year, I mean, if it's next year or the year after that, he Jalen Green is going to be an all star.
Yeah, I'm hoping these young guys pan out because we didn't go out and get that guy. If it was me, I would have just probably did a bunch of 1 year deals or 2 year
Yeah.
deal and just filled it up and just brought in some competition just to get these guys, eager to play and beat out, see how it is to actually have competition at your spot. And then
Hmm.
if these guys don't work out with these 1 or 2 years deals, just keep flipping the roster over until it's time to really go at it. Because next free agent class is a whole ton lot better than what this free agent class was. And it's a couple of guys in the next free agent class that I can see actually being able to stick around, like Jalen Brown. I don't know if they're gonna really sign him, but Jalen Brown and like you said, Paul George and other guys like that's really coming up next free agency to where we could have probably used a little bit of that money on the expiring, like close to expiring contracts, like 1 2 years, and then we'll have all that money back come back next year. You feel me?
Yeah.
What's up, Zach? What's happening with you?
I just heard he was just talking.
Zach, you with me?
He might be muted.
I guess he if you muted, see if you muted, Zach. What's up, Devin?
What's good, man?
What's good, baby? Talk to me, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm hoping Dylan Brooks can kind of be like that Draymond Green for the team, man. Like, just provide that toughness and give us that grit we ain't have. You know what I mean? These past couple of seasons.
Yeah, how you feel about Fred Van Vliet?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he used to bust us up, bro. I remember, last year, man. He, just I think he hit like six, seven threes on us. You know what I mean? So if he can bring that to the Rockets, you know what I mean? I think that could help us win some games.
Yeah, for sure. I kind of would have just with the Fred VanVleet thing. I'm not upset. I know we had to spend the money. We had to spend the money. The Brooks thing is a little bit far fetched to me because we gave a guaranteed 4 year deal, like 80
Yeah.
mil. That's kind of the stickler in the whole thing. I would rather probably went after Austin Reeves. Really, if we're gonna give up that type of money, just give me Austin Reeves. That's it. I like Dylan Brooks in a vacuum. If he come in and he's not doing the growing punches and grabbing on people's jerseys, pulling down pants and all that, I'm good with him. But as far as overpaying them and guaranteeing everything, like at least that fourth year could have been a team option. And you could have cut bait with him. But I don't know what they see in Dylan Brooks to where they just had to give him guaranteed money,
Yeah,
bro.
guaranteed 4 years. Like
Hey,
that's
Ghost.
great.
What's up? What's up? Who that, Zach?
It's Zach, yeah.
What's happening, bro?
Man, what it do, man?
Same
Uh,
old, man.
hey, first of all, let me start this out by saying R.I.P. Big Pokey, you feel me?
Already
Uh,
SUC.
Already. But hey, look, I was watching the Lakers and the Grizzlies in the playoffs, and I was telling my girl, I was like, man, I don't like that fool Brooks, but like he's annoying, bro. But I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, he's one of them players that I would like. The only people that like him is the people that he played for. That's it. Everybody else gonna hate him, kind of like
Yeah,
Draymond. You feel me?
don't nobody like him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't nobody
yeah.
like him. But I remember talking with my wife about it, and I'm telling her, I'm like, ooh, look at LeBron pass the ball though. Ooh, look at what they gonna do. Like, cause I remember after all that hype, you know what I'm saying? What Dylan
Mm-hmm.
had said, I bullshit you not. I know they got beat and everything, but I bullshit you not. LeBron was passing that ball, bro. You feel
Yeah.
me? When when
Yeah.
when Brooks lined up on him, bro. And 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 man, I hate that little 80 million deal that they give, man. They always get it out to everybody, bro. That's how you know it ain't go. Uh Eric Gordon gave him the 80 mil. I think they gave that boy Chandler Parsons that 80 mil 4 year deal. Kevin Porter 80 million 4 year deal. Yeah, they really smoked out. I don't think they had to pay him that much, but I think it's gonna be a good fit because he's a dog, bro. And one thing about Dylan Brooks, bro, one thing I know about him, he want to win. Not only does he want to win, but he wants to like hurt feelings when he win. You feel what I'm saying? He like to troll, bro. Like he really be invested into it like that. And for the culture, for all them little youngsters that we got in, I think that is exactly what they need. And I like the Fred Van Vliet thing, bro, because he's able to do exactly what we gonna need him to do. You know what I'm saying? Fred Van Vliet lethal from that 3 point shooting line. I was looking at it and I was like, I saw it was like I think it was like last year or something. It was a point where he was shooting 40% from the three, and he was the only player shooting that high while shooting over 8 attempts a game. You know what I'm saying? And so I really like that, man. I think that's gonna be a good fit for him. They overpaid for everybody, but that's what happens when you tank and you trash. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
already knew they was gonna have to overpay. They knew before going in. And see the flip side, it don't matter if we overpay because our young pieces are so live that when they develop, everybody gonna naturally gonna want to come over here. You feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah, yeah. The only thing I think it's just like the amount of years that's getting under my skin is like the amount of years. The money we had to pay it. Like no
yeah.
doubt. We had to get rid of that money. It was gonna be 90% of 65 million we had to pay. I don't know about the amount of years that we gave them. I guess that comes with the territory if you really want these guys to come over and actually be a part of the team. So basically, when I look at it in the long run, we paid for more leadership than actual skills on the court.
Mhm.
Because as far as skill wise, these guys are not worth that amount of money.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
this made Fred Van Vliet, I think, like the second highest point guard in the league. And you can't tell me
Um,
he's the second best point guard in the league.
He getting paid more than Westbrook.
Yeah, he's getting paid more than a lot of people, bro.
he getting paid more than Kyrie. Kyrie made
Kyrie,
what, 126?
yeah, he's getting paid, bro. He's getting paid. But like you said, we had to pay. We had to pay the Silas tax. We got to pay the tax and tanking tax. we had to pay a lot of taxes just to get people to come over here and actually play with us. And I'm on both sides of the coin. Like I understand that we had to overpay some of these guys, but the years is what's really just
Mm,
sticking with me, bro. Like what if next year you just see Jabari's that guy and Jalen Green is that
mm,
guy. Then you're
mm,
gonna have like uh I guess like controversy over damn, should we
mhm.
had to pay these guys like this amount of money? And what if A-Man Thompson come in and just be that guy? Like defense
Hey, I don't.
outstanding.
I'm not so sure Thompson gonna be able to do that just yet. Like I really think I love his game and I love all the upside and everything and the potential. I just think that his shooting just ain't there yet. Like they really gonna. I think they gonna put him in that G League. He gonna ball out there, but they really got to work his shooting mechanics. And that's gonna be like the last straw because with KPJ there and Fred Van Vliet there, you know, it's not gonna be a lot of it's not gonna they're gonna have to let that boy develop.
Shit, and Patty
What you
Mills.
think? What you
What's up,
think,
Shark
bro?
Shock? Shark Shock, you with me?
Testing, testing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I
Yep.
got you. What's up? What's up? How you feeling, bro?
Oh, I'm good. Good. Man, I'm happy to be here. I just wanted to come on and say I'm actually happy with these signings. I like how MA went out, kind of found these junkyard dogs, these people who have
Mhm,
kind of like really worked for what they have. Dylan Brooks, whether people like his personality or not, he has worked really hard to get where he is.
mhm,
He has something to show for it. All defensive type player, now going to be on this team putting in that work and really showing those young guys how to have that kind of work ethic. Same for Fred Van Fleet, highest paid player that was went undrafted. I mean, that's like a Cinderella story right there. He's going to put
Right.
in work. I think these guys are going to be inspired by what they see. We have Jeff
mhm,
Green now. I think
mhm.
Landell's going to be a sharp shooter for us, coming off the bench, filling in some of those minutes at the 2 and 3. Um, I'm excited where this team is going. I think yes, we did overpay, but we knew we were going to overpay. We sucked. We sucked the last 3 years, and so this is just the tax we pay. Going into next year, though, we have vets on the team. We have developing young guys, and we're going to make some noise. I'm thinking we're going to get that eighth seed.
Yeah, we 8 seed. Okay, okay. So I heard you say Udoka. So you think these was more Udoka hires than Rafael Stone?
Yeah, yeah. But I think Raphael was going to throw the bag at James.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
he was
Nah,
gonna cave. I think he was
I don't
gonna
think he
cave to
was.
James Harden. Sheezy. The way I think it was like the line of framing when they the questioning was in the interview when he said the gloves came off and him and Udoka just pretty much got down to brass tacks and had some probably not too fond words about how this team was going to be led. I think Udoka because I heard reports and I seen reports of saying that Udoka was totally out on James Harden, bringing James Harden. And I know for sure Stone made that back end deal with James Harden and say, hey, if you leave and you go chase your ring, and when you up for free agency, we have mutual interest, and you have a mutual interest. I'm willing to bring you back. That's what Stephen A. Smith, and I know Stephen A. Smith ain't the just most reliable source, but he's a Tillman Fertitta guy. They really, they kind of close. And he said he heard this in numerous circles that it was almost a foregone conclusion that Harden would come back to the Rockets when his contract was up.
Yeah, I feel like
So
it might have been kind of like a publicity. I think they were just getting our hopes up, honestly.
you don't think he was ever want to come back? You don't think Harden was ever really wanted to come back?
Nah, he wanted to come back, but everybody, I don't think they was going to meet up with probably the demands he wanted.
I
Because
think the
Harden was
energy
going to demand
changed.
something.
I think the Rockets' energy changed. I think they was feeling it at first, but like the longer they kept in talks about it, I think it just kind of fizzled out a little bit.
Yeah,
They looking at what they got. They looking at the direction they trying to go. James ain't gonna buzz. James gonna want to do things his way. He want to play his way. He want what he want. He want who he want gone. He want gone. You know what I mean? And so I think the regime just kind of changed up, and it would have been cool. It really would have been cool, bro. But it's probably for the better.
Yeah, I don't think he matches up with our young energy. You know what I mean? Like I don't think he's gonna run in transition like that. You know what I mean? And play defense. You know what I mean? You know, Ime's gonna be on our players. You know what I mean? He don't want to be coached like that. So yeah, just you know,
He made the
Yeah, I
best
think
pickup that we got so far. He the best signing that we got. I don't
man,
care.
he gonna put Brooks in the headlock. He don't listen.
Yeah.
Him and Dylan Brooks probably was gonna fight on the squad. What I'm really interested about, what we gonna do with Tate exactly? Can
Man, get
can
rid
we
of him.
facilitate something to get Tate?
Like, why was he should have been gone before KJ?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too.
For shit show. For shit. That's
Um,
crazy how everybody see that. We all the fans. That seems to be the underlying census from what I see from all the Rocket fans. Everybody, we all love KJ. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody really married to Jay Sean Tate. So like, I don't see how they be doing some of the things they do.
yeah, man, I'm kind of iffy, like back and forth on the KJ thing, because I kind of, especially since we drafted Cam Whitmore, I think Cam Whitmore does a lot of things that KJ do, but I think with his commitment to the team, and he's been here all of those years through the tank, I would like to see him at least 1 year when it's serious and we really trying to win. I think he brings a lot of things to the team that a lot of guys can't wasn't bringing. Like who do we have that really is just like that natural alley oop type of guy, like that plays above the rim like all time, and he was blocking 7 footers. He's an underrated passer.
Good
He
3-point shooter.
Yeah, his 3-point shooter came from night and day. If y'all remember when we first drafted him,
Uh-huh.
he couldn't hit the side of the backboard.
Yes, sir.
But
Hmm.
by last year, his 3-point shooting had ticked up
He
like up to the
34%.
34,
34.
35% almost. And he was steady building. He was one of the few guys that came in every year, and I could say he got better.
That got better every single season.
Yeah. But I don't think he still was a starter, as far as starting, but I still think he was good enough to be a asset to the team, even when we're trying to win. I'm kind of upset about the KJ Martin thing.
so. Are we thinking Tari is going to take all his minutes? Is it
Oh
is
yeah.
Yeah,
Got
Tari
got to.
have to.
I,
Got
I
He
to.
ha-
think it's worth it then to get rid of KJ because I mean I feel like Tari just has a little bit higher ceiling.
I
His,
agree.
I think his defense is going to be much better than KJ's will. He'll never be the rim runner that KJ is, but I think he's going to be overall a bigger plus on the floor.
He's just the overall playmaker. That's what I like about Tari. Like, see, KJ, like it seems to me like when I watch him, he's got to be doing like one. He's got to be doing one or two, three things. He either dunking that bitch, alley ooping it, or he catching shooting that 3-pointer. That's really it. He don't really play make as much like Tari. Tari, when you see him play, that fool be everywhere, bro. Like you just see him everywhere, and I think that's what's going to end up working for him.
Yeah, I love Tari. I love Tari. Don't get me wrong. I really love Tari. I
Mm.
think I think KJ's passing was a little bit slept on though, because when they get it,
Okay.
he get it in the corner, and then he'll roll, and then he'll go to the hole. He'll toss it like all the way back to an open guy in the opposite corner, and it's like, how did he see him? Like those are kind of like point guarders type moves passes that he used to do. I'm not upset about it too much. But I just think he stuck it out with us. I would like to see him get a fair shake. Now I knew Tata, Garuba, Josh Christopher, those
Knicks.
type of guys, Knicks. I knew they weren't gonna make it. I knew those guys weren't gonna make it.
Yes, sir.
Big R, what's happening, Big R?
Hey man, I don't shout out to everybody who CSG's out there, and I want to echo. And I couldn't catch the name because I was on my phone. Who's being positive? You know me, I'm pretty negative. I'm old. I'm an old fan. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
usually a pretty pessimistic fan, and I was texting with you, Space. I felt like Fred VanVleet is like maybe the third best free agent we've ever got. Like for whatever reason, the Rockets have struck out in free agency. When we try to get the Carmelo Anthony. We got the Carmelo Anthony poster with Jeremy Lin's number. We struck out. We had sent the entire franchise to try to get Kent Bazemore, and we lost. And so we
Yeah,
got Fred VanVleet, who's a former All-Star in his prime, on a team-friendly deal. Like that is, we had a parade for Dwight Howard. It was deserved. We were bidding against the Lakers. So like we aren't a team that typically succeeds in free agency. So the fact that we didn't know last night, but we know now that third year is a team option. That's a fantastic deal. You get a former All-Star. He's a vet. He can help the young kids. And if Ahmed is ready, or if he's never ready, we can figure out what to do 2 years from now. And we're not running back KPJ at the point. So I feel like that's my favorite signing of free agency. Throw in Jeff Green in there, Jock. That's cool too. Dylan Brooks, I think we're all upset at the length of time and the guaranteed money. But, I say you call it the Silas tax, or Texas ain't known for taxes, but the Rockets got one they had to pay to get Dylan Brooks. I don't know. We'll see. I like that he's a player that everyone hates when he's not on your team.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But then
sir.
I've never seen a player that good where like the other like Memphis is just like we're not going to sign him. Like that was
That's
the
so
announcement.
That's so
Day
trash.
one. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not optimistic about it, but we'll see. Even his deal is 4 years, 80. It's tradable. It ain't Ryan Anderson. So I'm gonna. I had zero expectation for agency. We talked about that yesterday. Like I had zero expectation for free agency, and we got Fred VanVleet, Jeff Green, Dylan Brooks, Jock Landale. We got rid of a lot of players we weren't going to play. So to me, free agency went better as expected because I don't think we're that hamstrung. And I see a lot of Rockets fans are doom and gloom. My last point: the Rockets fans are a lot of doom and gloom about the free agency. I texted you guys. It's like the doom and gloom we should worry about is if one of our 6 dudes, Jalen, Sengun, Cam, Tari, Jabari, I'm forgetting somebody. Man, if we need 2 of those dudes hit all-stars, we need 2 of them. Like that's what matters the most. And none of the moves we made today, like I don't think it hinders any of those 6. I think it'll probably help them. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I think it was a good free agency because what really matters, and especially you said this point, like I think you too, Frank, like the biggest free agent we care about is like the growth of Jalen, Sengun, and those guys. Like that's what's going to matter the most. So
Yeah, I don't think it was a great free agency like you. I think it was. I think it was decent. I think it was necessary. The guys we got. But I just like I say, I'm just hung up on the number of years. Maybe they can pivot out and trade some of these guys halfway through these contracts. I can see within the next 2 years they trying to shop, a Dylan Brooks or Fred VanVleet or both of them to get an actual star over here and do something with it. What's up, Frank?
Bro, was good, man. I'm still processing, man. Big R, shout out to you for being totally flip flop because you was the same one when Jabari.
that's what I said when I
All
started,
right,
though. Before you got on,
okay,
that's
okay.
space.
Space, right? We
Yeah,
have to talk this man off the ledge, right?
a few ledges, a
Few
few.
times. So okay, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. You missed the happy now, but I don't know. I'm still trying to process it. I can't say it's good. The Fred VanVleet not having a third year, I think that was important. So I think that takes away some of the sting. But it just looks like they were reacting the whole time to like stuff that didn't go right. It was like, oh crap, you know what I mean? When you have a plan and the plan is like totally thrown off, I feel like this is what today was. I promise you, if you hooked Rafael Stone up to a lie detector test and asked him, did you plan on giving Fred a third year, he'd probably say no before free agency. If you asked him, did you plan on giving Dylan Brooks 20 million and a non-guaranteed 4-year contract, he'll probably say no. Did you ever see Jacques Landale as an option on your roster before this? They'll probably Big R. Can you imagine on their board at the main headquarters? They have like Brooke Lopez, key target with like big signs around it. Then a little algorithm arrow that says if that doesn't work, Jacques Landale. That's what you think that they had in the office? Like they
Yeah,
had Jacques Landale as a plan B to Brooke
and they
Lopez?
misspelled. And if I got Jock's names misspelled too, oh yeah.
Yeah. They probably had the
They don't
wrong
even
guy.
know how to
That's
spell his
Jacques
name
Landale.
right.
They probably pulled up as that's Jacques Landale. I thought he was the black guy from the. But anyways, so
Is Boban
nah,
gone?
but
Boban,
yeah, but I don't know, bro.
did we waive
What
Boban?
I hope
I don't even
not.
know what Boban had. Yeah, I haven't heard nothing about him. That's crazy.
We still need a mascot, so he's still employed.
Boban still got juice, man. I keep telling people, bro.
Juice to do
He
what,
st-
bro?
Play John
Got
Wick.
juice.
Playing
He still
John
got
Wick.
juice
John
to
Wick.
hoop.
Oh,
What?
acting. I got you. Yeah,
No.
he could star in a couple
Every time
movies.
they gave this man a play, I mean, every time they gave this man PT this season, he averaged a point a minute. So if they gave him 5 minutes, he was going to have 5 points and he was going to have 3 rebounds. That's just 5 minutes. You give him 15
Bro.
minutes a game, he can give
Hey,
us a double
that'd
double.
be
He can give us
garbage
10.
time though. That boy be
No,
hurt.
no,
Bro,
we
I
played.
see.
We played him in the second quarter. We played him in the third quarter. We played him in the first quarter. A couple times this season. He can. He
She's
can.
you know what Boban's perf like 30. He looks like Will Chamberlain if you per 36 him, bro. But I don't think that's sustainable.
Boba.
Probably 5 minutes to cut off. Then he probably either too tired or they done schemed on him and it's over.
Oh yeah,
He may be
Sheezy. This
useful against Wimby this season.
yeah.
Man, look, Boban can move down the court faster than Jokic can. I watched him run down the court faster than Jokic every time he got in the game this season.
It looked like it hurt when he run, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
He
I just
still can. Boban can run the court. He got rebound, came down, drop step from the free throw line, and one, make his free throws. Boban still got the juice, bro. They just don't.
Hey, the
They think he
KO
old and he can't hoop no more.
KO King said who will win a race between Boban and Yao Ming.
Yao Ming, baby.
Nah,
Yao. I go with Yao.
not. I ain't gonna lie, Boban he be moving them puppies, boy.
Bro, exactly. Boban be moving down that court,
He
man. I
do be
don't know.
moving them
Yeah.
knees. They be looking. I be feeling his pain when he run. It looks so painful.
Hey,
Like he shouldn't be running.
I be forgetting Boban only like 28, 29. He looks like he's
Nah, he
40.
like 30. I think he's
Nah, he's
32
like
now.
30
He like
something. He
32,
30.
Oh, he's
33.
32? Man, I could have
He's
sworn I
somewhere
seen
around it.
somewhere he was like 29, 30, somewhere up in there.
Yeah, they keep saying that he's not there. I don't know why they keep saying. I guess because he's been looking the same the last like 10 years. I don't know.
30 years, yeah.
Cheesy, how you feel about your boy Lucas, man?
Where he at? He gone?
I haven't heard much about him. I don't know if they retained him or not, but it don't seem like he's gonna be in that prime assistant coach position no more.
I don't see why he wouldn't be. Didn't he win every game he coached last season?
Wasn't he trying to go to Philly? Didn't I hear Philly was trying
Yeah,
to get him Frank?
there was some thing about him Philly trying to have interviews with him or meet with him about possibly moving over there. I'm not sure. I think the Rockets should try to keep him because he's also a somebody that could talk to a lot of players to try to convince them to come here because he has so many connections around the NBA. So yeah, they definitely should try to keep him as not as a coach necessarily, but somebody in the organization because he's worth it.
I mean, he's a good assistant coach, man. I mean, shoot, he was getting it. He was digging into the players more than Silas was.
Pause.
Facts.
I'm back. I'm on it.
Oh, that boy Frank with his
I'm
pauses.
on it. Jalen got me. Hey, shout out to Gup, man. What a way to go out, man.
Oh
That has to
man,
be one of the worst exits from a fan base
legs up.
in NBA history. Yeah, that
No,
has
he's
to be the
best.
worst. Like
He just gets to exit.
aesthetically,
Out.
yeah, no, but it just the PR of it was just bad. Like, just that's how the last remembering thing about Jacob we're gonna think about is that. But yeah, that's weird.
How do y'all feel about the Jeff Green signing? I love Jeff Green coming back here. I love
Yep,
Uncle Jeff.
I loved him when he was with us the first time.
One of the best moves they made. That's a no brainer.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Even
a
if
For
he
no
sure.
only
brainer.
plays like 2 or 3 minutes a game, just having him as that locker room
Facts.
culture guy is going to go so far.
I think he
Yep.
could get way
Yeah,
more than 2 or 3 minutes, man. Uncle
Oh yeah,
Jeff,
he gonna get at least 10, 15 minutes.
yeah, he gonna get. He might be our
Yeah.
second.
He's like our fourth best
Maybe
player.
he. Yeah, nah. He on the second team. Like you think about Amen Thompson and the type of players you want around him. That's why I like the Patty Mills. You're putting shooters, and I could even see lineups with Uncle Jeff at the five with Amen when he's in the game. So I like that. I think the shooting that they're adding, spacing for that second unit with some of the guys that they brought in is really going to be is good. I hope we have one of the best second units in the NBA. That's to me. We might not have the best first unit, but we have enough talent with these young guys that if they can take internal development seriously, and actually take little leaps. You're talking about Tari, maybe KPJ's on that second unit. You put Uncle Jeff on there. You got Londale out there to throw in there if you want. Amen, if he wants to get in the mix. Tate, if he's still here, I doubt it. But yeah, I think that second unit is going to be. And honestly, for the teams that take leaps, is really not that they're devastating the first unit, is that they can put together two decent, like, you know what I mean, where the drop off isn't like where we were from, oh man, we're gonna win the game. Then Gary Bird and Knicks come in
Knicks
and
and everybody. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think that's where we're gonna see the biggest margins, like the growth, is what we put on the court after the starters go out. So, I still think we're gonna be a decent team.
Yeah, I was telling guys in the space earlier that if you look at it just with the core, just with the guys we had last year, we were in most of the games unless the wheels just fell off in like the beginning of the third quarter. Usually the third quarter was like our Achilles heel because we couldn't make any adjustments and we didn't have a point guard that seem, that can recognize different schemes and whatnot. But now that we do have Fred VanVleet, I'm pretty sure he's seen every type of defense that you can imagine. Udoka is there where he can actually scheme and he won't stick to just the same game plan that's been bottoming out. I think just that and eliminating the Knicks and the Garubas and the Josh Christopher minutes, that's going to be a help. It's like addition by subtraction. And I think just that could at least get us 10 more wins, just that in itself.
Hey, how many minutes you think Brooks gonna get?
Oh man,
Every million worth.
he probably up to about 24 to 26 minutes a night, I would say.
Nah, he in the 30s, bro. I
You
can
think
see
he
him
in the
playing like
30s?
30. Yeah, man. You don't, what I mean? He getting paid like it, so you might as well maximize that contract. I think him and Fred are gonna play like regular starting player minutes just to, and hopefully, and honestly, if our guys got to beat him out, like I said this on the spaces earlier, if Pari and whoever else can't beat out Dylan Brooks from their spot, then they don't deserve it. So we just hope we have the problem of where Dylan Brooks is disgruntled because the guy in front of him is just that much better.
I would see Tari playing more the four backup four because usually when Jabari came out last year, they put in Tari. So I'm guessing it'd probably be up to Tate to try to get some minutes from Dylan Brooks.
At the three,
If
Yeah.
Whitmore's ready, he's
He's
young.
more he's more of a three than anything, Tate. He's not a four. He's not, he's not that. He's not a five. We had him playing fours and fives last year.
Is he not a
I don't
is he
know.
not a Memphis Grizzly though? I thought we were trying to
not yet.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't,
okay. Yeah, they did say we could probably facilitate a Tate. Um, who else was that in a Josh Christopher and uh, aggregate all of that into a sign and trade for Dylan Brooks, and we'll end up saving maybe like $20 million or getting like $20 million of cap free
opening,
cap
yeah.
space.
yeah, they
Yeah,
can
man.
they can try to do that and make it a sign and trade, and free up I think close to 20 some million dollars, but I doubt it. I mean, it would have to be like three teams, and um, yeah, I think Londale and all of them were signed into our cap already. So it's if they finalize it at the moratorium, it's a done deal. And yeah, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, Londale is a flexible contract. Brooks not, but with Fred being basically a 2+1, that's already 40, what, damn near 50 million that you could pivot out of. So that's why, when I found out about Fred having that option, is still better. To me, the most egregious thing that happened was the how careless we were with our assets relating to those young guys. And I know people don't like them. Some of them like, oh, they didn't play. Why didn't they play? You know what I mean? So I think that's to me, that's the question, is like, we're paying for mistakes that were made in the past. And I feel like it's crazy to give away 3 first-round picks, and KJ Martin for basically nothing. And that's basically to me, that's the worst thing, because the
Hey,
signings, whatever. But over that was just nuts to me to see that.
hey,
Big
I was
R,
just
what
thinking.
you had to say, Big R? What you got to
I was
say?
gonna ask the same question, like to you, Frank, ZW. I can't see the names in space. Like you were just getting the point I was gonna ask. Like, what do you think about the consolidation? Because that to me has been the most shocking part of today. It's like we lost 3 former first-round picks last 2 years, and KJ Martin, who's better than one of our top 5 players, probably.
Yeah.
Like it seems like you're pretty upset about it. Do you think like we were too late, too early? I mean, I also like we played Daishin Nick instead of Tai Tai, so we have no idea what we're giving away really there. So I hear that, but I'm just curious, like, Would you think it'd been better if we just waited with those guys, or we just forced to give the people we signed, Jeff Green, lot of mouths to feed. So I'm just curious what you guys think. Like, I feel like we had no choice. So I want
Yeah,
my
I think they kind of had no choice. I would have liked to see all of those, like three, four of those guys packaged together, to go get like a guy like worth to like the MLE or something a little bit above the MLE and spend the money that way with them instead of just breaking them off into multiple pieces and then just getting like what cash considerations or just freeing up cap basically for Tata and Garuba. I just think the league haven't seen those guys play enough to say, oh, this is definitely what he's worth to where we can package all those guys up and go get somebody. They just didn't play them enough. We played Knicks over Tata, and Tata was a first rounder. At least we could have seen what Tata had to offer if we was gonna trade him eventually down the road, and probably could have got him and Garuba and maybe even throw KJ or something in there and actually got something decent, like a decent role player for him instead of just getting them for a salary dump.
That's the original sin, bro. The original sin was the mismanagement of the players while Coach Silas was here. And I think that's really what it come down to. Because if you think about it, all the stuff we brought up, why is Tata not playing when Daisha Nix was playing 30 minutes for damn near a month? Why is what I mean? Why is KJ? He basically has to be Superman to get on the court to even validate his value, even though it was apparent to us 2 years ago. We all saw that, with they damn near try to do Shangun like that. Luckily, they didn't trade him away. You think about all this mismanagement we saw under Steven Silas, and they let that stuff go. That's why we here, and we're sending away first round. Even Garuba, Boban getting more minutes over him. Never playing Garuba with Shangun to see what they work like. Never really running through Shangun to even validate if he's worth being our like to say that okay, this is a guy that we're gonna move forward with, and try to add players that complement him. We don't know none of this because they really just was just out there just winging it. And when you do stuff like that, like if you're gonna draft 7 guys in the first round pick, you got to have a plan, or you just don't draft them. And you think about not even that. Think about the players we missed to draft a Jay Gupp and a Gruber. Go look at their class in the 20s. The players, a brother that went from U of H that went over to New York. I mean, there's a couple of players that I like in that
Mm-hmm.
draft that Stone passed on, not only passed on, drafted these guys, never played them, and then just gave them away. So, and first round picks aren't, that's valuable assets that you just threw away, especially for the Rockets who don't own any going forward. We only have Brooklyn picks for the next 4 years. So, I think they're just paying for. Like I keep saying, they're paying for the sins of the past, bro. This is where we are. We're paying for bad decisions we made in the past, and the consequences of that is basically you gotta just give away guys for nothing. But it's wild. I think anybody that's like keeping a bird's eye view on this from even outside, that's all they're saying is like, why are the Rockets just giving away first round picks
Yeah,
like it's nothing?
like
So
truthfully, if in hindsight, this is not really hindsight for me and Frank and Big R because we all was on the same page. When we collected all of those first round picks, we was like, bro, we can't pick all of these guys. We need to at least package these guys and get some. We should have got some veterans in here 2 years ago instead of picking a Garuba and picking a Josh
yep,
Christopher. We should have allocated those picks because those was just potential base, and you never know how they'll be liquidated out during the years. That will it had aspirations, it had mystery to them, and that's what teams like, And we should have already packaged those just picks, not players, and sent them off and got actual vets back to help, fundamentally grow this team. And like Frank said, that was the original sin. We picked too many players, and we knew we weren't gonna have enough minutes and time to develop all of them. So
yeah,
yeah, I agree. I
that's
agree
the
about
thing.
the whole asset. I mean, consolidation with the young guys, bro. That was
That's the Silas thing, bro. That's the Silas thing, and to me, that even letting Steven Silas coach his team was wrong. Like it's crazy, bro. It's just to me all of this because you think about what their goals were: James Harden, Wemby, right? So we're doing all this. We're gonna get Harden because I know they wanted Harden until Coach Udoka came and told them, nah, that's kind of dumb. Um, Wemby. We're gonna get Wemby. We're gonna get Wemby. That didn't come through. So now Stone has to actually build a roster together, and this is where he's gonna be judged on, and we don't see because right now, like I said earlier, are the Rockets today better than Oklahoma City as a team? Like I don't think so. I think Oklahoma City is a better team than we are right now. They're more
You counting
talented. They
Chet?
got
You counting Chet
I'm
when you
can
when
yeah,
you
I'm,
look
and
at that?
Chet ain't even
Yeah.
not even yeah, I ain't even account for dude like Chet coming. He basically a rookie for he their rookie that they bringing on. But you think about the players, they didn't even do nothing this offseason. They just chilled, And to me, I would have been cool with it just kicking the can down the road. Sign a couple of Jeff Greens, pay him a little bit more. You feel me? Fred VanVleet, I'm cool with because I like him as a locker room guy, but some of the other money, use it, kick the can and just see what we can get maybe next summer or the summer after that. Get to evaluate what these young guys can do and make some decisions. Maybe some of the core four needs to get moved if they're not really that good. Then you can say, you know what, maybe we need to aggregate some of them together and move it out. But I think we're just gonna have to just roll with the team we have now and see how it lays out because I don't think they know either. It's like gonna be a mystery for everybody.
Uh,
I think they're gonna have to look with all the young players that we have. They're so young, bro. Like these boys is really like they just a few years away from being minors. Like when you really think about it, and
They
it
fresh
takes
out of
more.
teenagers.
Yeah, and it's gonna take more than just like the physical, right? It's gonna take a lot of that mental shit. That's why you see Jalen Green. Like anytime you got a team, two teammates on camera on the sideline, and they getting physical with each other, bro, that is not a good look. You feel me?
pause.
Wait, which
That
which
is
wait which you talking about when they was about to fight?
yes,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh,
Do
okay.
you
Okay, I was
remember
about to say.
Jalen? Do you remember how they was looking, bro? That was the silliest. It really take you back to like the YMCA gym type shit, right? So,
Hmm.
and that's what's going to happen when you get rid of everything. Like when James left, I think when Stone like came on, like I don't really think that they had a plan going forward, like really thought out. How you said, because you really nailed it when you said to get rid of all those first round draft picks, bro. You got to realize all them boys that they drafted, almost every one of them was a first round draft pick, bro. All these boys is under contract. You know what I mean? And they didn't show like a executed plan and how they did that. But with the guys that they got back, I like that. And we talk about them being dogs. I think it's a little bit the Dylan Brooks thing. I really, really like that a lot. But I like Jeff. I like the Green signing too. I ain't never seen Green smile a day in my life. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of adult like attitude that I want in the locker room. That's why I like uh and that's why I like Dylan Brooks. Look, you remember when Jabari had Embiid in the morning when the boys were celebrating, and Jabari was recording it. He was like, "Man, y'all gone. Man, I got Embiid in the morning, bro." You would never see Dylan Brooks doing that. You will never see every single one of them dudes that he see out there when he step on that court, bro. He step on that court to really in his mind he got a dominating mind, bro. He a dominate. I ain't bro. When you seen what's his name, Draymond pushing that elbow in his face, I'm talking about he just standing he like Dennis Rodman humping on Karl Malone back in the day. You can't break his mind, bro. And I'm telling you, and it fucks everybody up. It fucks, excuse my language, it fuck everybody up. But and then Memphis, y'all so weak. Y'all so weak, man. Y'all punished that boy for doing that to LeBron. Like for him, like to me, that's really why. I, like when you go back and you look at the words what they were saying when LeBron came up and was mouthing them, they got it on YouTube. And LeBron was telling Dylan Brooks like, "Hey, you do too much." You know what I mean? When they had the little confrontation, and he said it almost seemed threatening to me. And I think LeBron got that kind of pull, bro. And it just seemed weird how your team would switch on you for the dude you went to war for. Like when I put this Memphis Grizzly jersey on and I go out there and I'm ready to scrap out, bro, I'm on some Grizzly, you know what I'm saying? And then for y'all to flip sides, because and then and then Ja come around, like I don't have no problem with that, but I like the guys that they got in the locker room because I think that they'll provide the right kind of spark. I think we need enough of the childlike shit. These guys got mad potential. They got no ceilings, no roofs. They just need it to click, man. They need that Udonis has them. They need somebody in the locker room that might slap the shit out of them, right? Honestly, excuse my language again, but it's got to be, and that's what John Wall was really kind of insinuating, right? You kind of seen the aggressiveness in his move and how he was talking, bro. How he just was coming, bro, with so much hatred, bro. Like you could tell it was really some bowing up type things going on in there. Like that's just my way I saw it, and I think that these dudes that. I think they're gonna react well with Brooks and then Brad Van Vliet, who's always been calm, cool headed, who Jeff Green, he always been like calm, like poised, like you ain't never seen, they've been in big situations, like you said. They soft spoken, you know. I think it's a good category. It's gonna make a spark, bro.
The boy Zach just cook Zach,
Man, but hey,
cook.
Nah, you
y'all
spitting.
give me all the
You
inspiration. Y'all know
spitting.
I be on every
You
video. I'll
spitting.
be waiting.
Yeah, yeah.
But I,
Nah, but
You
I
spitting.
agree. I agree with that. As
Hey, he
far as
got me
like that
liking
dog.
Dylan Brooks. Shit, I
Yeah,
might change
man.
my.
You made me want to go and grow my hair out and get some four pigtails
Hey,
and
hey,
wear a leather
Dylan Brooks.
jacket.
Hey man, I'm telling you, look, if it's one thing I know, look, I used to wrestle, right? And the old trick I used to do, and I wrestled competitively for a long time. And bro, sometimes, bro, if I knew I had like a really serious match, I get so into it, bro. I literally won't put on no deodorant. I won't bathe, no nothing. Like 2, 3 days before that match, right? And I'm talking about, bro, when you come on that mat with me, bro, I'm talking, bro, I'm gonna smell like a septic tank, bro. And look, and it'll really say, and that's the kind of dedication, that's the kind of shit that Dylan Brooks gonna bring to that. You know what I mean? Like he's ready, he willing to take the shots, bro. He willing to be the bad guy. You don't have too many times when players come out in the NBA and they not sitting here fucking dapping LeBron up every fucking time. Like all these dudes on our team, bro, they all grew up playing LeBron on the game and watching everything all their lives. All since
Yeah,
they was babies. You know what I'm saying? They don't got it in them to be like, hey man, hey, yeah, that's y'all. You know what I mean? Brooks got that. He ain't trying to make friends, bro. He ain't trying to make friends, bro. He's trying to get the job done. And that's what these boys really need. That's what they need, man. It's gonna be good for them. So a little bit discipline, bro.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Because when you learning and you coming up and you got to see these guys as your equal. You can't look at these guys as, oh, that's LeBron across the way, and and shy up and bitch up and go in a shell. You got to come out and be forceful. I like that. The only thing I don't like about Gilbert Brook is the borderline just dirty stuff. I don't mind him getting up and being physical with people, but don't be hitting people in the nuts and like that's borderline dirty. Like don't do
Yeah,
dirty stuff like that and fall on guys ankles on purpose under the scrum, under the basket. That's deliberately trying to hurt people. I don't mind him being physical in the flow of the game and getting all up in people and being nasty, and that's cool. That's cool. But the nut checking and all of that and falling on guys' ankles on purpose, I wish he just leave that at home. But everything else about him, and don't talk, don't poke the bear. You can't poke a legend like LeBron.
yeah. Don't do that.
You can't
Don't do
poke
that.
poke that bear, and that was his downfall, bro. He poked the bear, and LeBron, because he was like you said, he was getting all up in LeBron's skin the first two games, and then he
Mhm.
felt like a little bit too cocky, and he didn't know where the line was to be drawn at, and he poked the bear, and LeBron, he showed him, bruh, I'm still that guy. But as far as a vacuum, I love like what you said, everything about him coming out, and you not bathing, bro. That's crazy because that's a mental edge that I would have never thought about.
Man, I'm telling you,
Boys don't want
man.
to
That's something
wrestle with
different,
you,
bro.
bro. The boys don't want to
Yeah,
wrestle with
hey,
you.
That's something
they
different.
ain't want that, man. They ready to quit. I know it.
That's something different,
Oh
bro.
man,
hey, y'all don't think we
yeah,
could?
Nah,
If we
that's
got
some
that
good
jock
poise.
guy, y'all don't think we could have? If we got
Londale.
that jock guy, y'all don't think we could have got Bobo?
Nah, they don't need Bobo, bro. They
Why
needed a
we don't?
center, bro.
they need
What
a
Bobo
defensive
play?
minded. Like,
Bobo
What
play like
position he
3 through
play?
5.
Bro, we
I'm
got too
looking
many
at
three
it.
two. We got threes and fours, bro. And our biggest issue is like having a mobile big. Londale, if you guys watch him, he's an athlete. Even though he a white dude, he very athletic.
Bobo
So
is
I
mobile
think
though.
I
Got
don't
a
nah,
even
he
know
too
who
handle,
that
small,
is.
can
Who
bro.
y'all keep
shoot.
He
saying?
too
Who is that? Y'all keep
Bobo.
saying? No, the
Bobo.
white dude. The
Oh,
what's
Jacques Londale. He was that backup from the
from the
Suns.
Suns.
He had played when DeAndre Ayton was tripping, bro. They had benched him. If you go, he a backup. He was their back. Well, when DeAndre was hurt and what's the African dude name? When he was not playing, he was split with Londale, so it wasn't like he was playing a lot. But Bobo, I like Bobo. I'm a
Bobo
Bobo
better than
truther,
Josh.
bro. Yeah, as a basketball player, but not as a big man, bro. Bobo too light, skinny,
And
bro. He
he has
turn
the
into
length. He has the length. He's 7'2" with almost an 8 foot wingspan.
Hey,
He blocking everything. You don't really. His dad did it. It-
what he shooting?
Did he
What he
do it in
shooting?
Orlando?
when they gave Bobo PT, you saw what he did. When Bobo
They
was
had a
playing
man.
20 minutes a game, Bobo was going
Them,
crazy out there.
he was playing as a wing in Orlando, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
They had him playing 3 through 5, like I would have him playing, but depending on what you, because Mo Bamba was hurt, Wendell Carter was hurt, and they kept swapping out through centers. But then when Wendell Carter came back, Bobo took a seat, and then when they traded Mo Bamba, they gave Bobo that PT, and he did his thing, bro.
I would take Bobo just because I like Bobo, but not to be like Alp's backup. That to me that don't make no sense. But like just because of all the other stuff he does, like he could space the floor, you could put him in different lineups. He could be basically Jabari with handles and like a more shot creation type of player. The defense not good at all, not great. I don't think he's a good defender, but yeah, I like Bobo, but like they needed somebody to be a backup five, bro, because it would have been Boban again. You know what I
I,
mean? And that's
I would rather Bobo over there than anybody else than other the big men like Frank Kaminsky, Boban, and Jock.
nah,
And
nah, nah.
I
You
would
don't
rather
need them.
Bobo
Yeah,
right there
I think
because
nah.
nobody gave him. Denver wasted 3 years of that man's career. Bobo could have been elevated to this defensive that you saying he's not. Bobo has the potential to be that. He can get out there and average 2 or 3 blocks a game if he wanted to. I mean, if he
It's
actually was
opportunity,
developed.
bro. Yeah. I mean, that's what
He
we're
didn't
gonna
have
see
the
with some of these
opportunity.
players. I hope Tari Eason is not a Bobo. You know what I mean? I hope some of these guys that we still got on the roster don't turn out to be just wasted talent. Cause like that's really what like tonight just showed is like we like me and Space and some of the people in our group, we come off sometimes as pessimistic. And
Yeah,
I think a lot of the older fans come off as pessimistic. Because if you watch the NBA for a long time, you know how these things go. So when you start warning some of these kids about, nah, bro, nah, they gonna move. I know you like this guy, but as soon as they start trying to win, he gone, bro. And they ain't playing him right now, so you really don't get. We was trying to tell people like the NBA got a certain pattern and rhythm to it, and the way we going, we wasn't doing the right things to maximize these young dudes, and that was my thing. Coach Silas was just out there like playing Dacian Nix. They just let Dacian Nix walk, and this man was playing 30 minutes over first
ridiculous,
round picks, bro. That is
ridiculous.
wild to me. Like that is so dumb.
He should not have been playing that much over Josh
Like it's
Christopher.
crazy. They just let him walk. Like Jacob, I still think Jacob got potential. I still think
Mm-hmm.
Tata gonna be a good guard, even if he a backup in the league. I still think he got potential, but it's crazy that we will never know because basically we just had people that didn't know what they was doing, bro,
yeah.
Yep,
as coaches.
yep, I agree.
EF, what's up, EF? How you feeling?
Hey, feeling like a king right now, man. We done
Oh,
made
you
all the moves we can make. We done got rid of some extra pieces. We up. I mean, you know, I don't think that's gonna be the last move though. I still think we got stuff we're gonna do. But just to be able to get that, get that off real quick, let that boy Stone get his rocks off, pun intended. Hey, that's good for us.
so let's go with the theoretical then. If they do aggregate this Dylan Brooks into a sign and trade and open up that 20 million, who do you think we'll target with that 20 million?
Ain't really nobody on the market this unless because that's for the cap space, so they wouldn't trade it. I mean, they could. The sign and trade just makes that money available, but I mean, they could add some more people.
But if you
It's
oh,
probably
my bad, the guy in the space, he said he was a friend of a Rockets intern. You heard him? I think his name was
nah,
Gavin
nah.
or
I was
something.
off of that. What he
Yeah,
say?
his name was Gavin, and he
About
said
to
he
get
was a
that
friend of
intern
the
fired, but
Rockets.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
You about to get that intern fired? But yeah, go.
he was a Rockets intern, and he said that they was really in the in trade talks with getting Miles Turner. Now, so if we add a Tate and a KJ to that 20, to that money, we can just bring over Miles Turner and trade off some. I don't know, like
Nah,
the
nah.
way he was
So
talking.
if they turn the Dylan Brooks signing into a sign and trade, that just frees up that amount, like 20 some million. Miles Turner is on the 30. I
to
think
get
he
a free
makes
agent.
30. Yeah, so we would to get that back, you would have to probably include like maybe Kevin Porter or something like that to make a trade for that.
That's what he said.
But
He said that Indiana wants Kevin Porter Jr.
they capping,
That
bro.
they want him.
They just gave Halliburton 260, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think they want anybody that's gonna take the ball out of his hands. I don't know. If we get Miles Turner, then yeah, I mean that's a different story.
I'll take
That's
Westbrook back.
He
damn. They
signed.
gave bro. Y'all seen that? $4 million, bro. 2 years.
I'll
That's
take
nuts.
Westbrook. I'll take Westbrook back. You saw how he played in the play. He was the best. He was damn near the best player on the team for the Clippers in the playoffs. But that's
If
how
he
he
didn't go
plays
out
against
nasty,
KD.
if he didn't go out bad, like not us on our part, like we fell out with him on a negative note. I
Yeah,
would have loved to have him come back, bro. I think I would have given that dude $15 million a year and been
him and
cool with it
Harden
because
went
I feel
crazy.
like he's one of the players that's a star that is actually known for him and Chris Paul. Like Russ is known for helping young guys. Like that's his thing. Every young dude that he's ever played with say like that's the best mentor they had. So yeah,
People
I
shit on
think
Russ,
Y'all
and
think it would
I
y'all
don't know
think
why
it would
people
do
don't.
go ahead, my bad. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Oh yeah, I was saying people shit on Russ. I don't know why people shit on Russ like he wasn't like he. I watched
Being
this man's
efficient.
entire career. He was one of out of all the point guards from the time he got into the time now. Nobody did what that man did in the Western Conference.
Yeah, I think
Zach,
Hart makes
Yeah.
up for a lot of things, bro. He just got that heart. He got that dog.
Zach, you see any similarities between Dylan Brooks and Russ? I see a lot. They got the same kind of like, and to
Yeah,
me,
they
their downfalls are the same. Like their weaknesses is that they don't sometimes they can't control that.
the
That the same
competitiveness.
thing that make them great is the same thing that mess them up in a big moment sometimes.
But Westbrook
Right.
averaged a
Definitely
triple
the
double for
competitive
three
the
seasons.
competitiveness there. It's like it's I would not like to see Russ come back just because I don't know. I don't think that there's nothing that he could really just offer to the as far as play on the court that's gonna elevate those guys that we have right now. You know, but like old boy say, like
Shit, I
now
do.
there was a period of time that Russell Westbrook was everybody's favorite player. You know, I remember that. Like he was so dominant, bro. Like, and you could do nothing with him. And it does seem like people tend to forget that. You
He
know,
averaged a triple double for three seasons straight.
yeah. And
What
it's
point
not.
guard doing? What
Yeah,
point guard doing? Come on, man.
yeah. I agree with that.
Like, come on, ain't nobody got more triple double. He leading what the all time in triple doubles, ain't he? He got to be.
Yeah, it's crazy. He playing for $4 million though. That's to me that's
That's
sad, bro. I
crazy.
don't give a
That's
damn.
nuts.
He a Hall of Famer. Like I don't know. I guess he must
I,
like. I know so 1+1, but
what Melo
like
doing?
4 million, bro.
What Melo
That's
doing?
crazy.
The,
The
the
real
NBA
Melo.
didn't want Melo back.
I'd rather take
Melo
Melo.
Melo
Yeah,
retired. He retired.
he
Nah,
for
he's
sure,
chilling.
for sure.
Yeah, he officially
Yeah, yeah, he
retired.
hung it
Seem
up.
kind of
Yeah.
bitter about it. I don't know.
The NBA didn't want him. Won't trying to get him a job
Yeah,
after he had that interview talking too much. Saying how they stalk basically the NBA when they giving you all this money, they stalk. They basically stalk you. They know people that you don't even think that they know you're hanging around. Somebody that you don't even bring around. Your friends, nobody. They know who that is. They know who your family is. They know your dog name. He was saying shit like that. Nobody would give him another job again.
Oh man, Joe Blue, what's good, Joe Blue? How you feeling?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's
What you
going on,
got to
Joe
add?
Blue?
What you got to add to it?
I mean, it's not the most exciting as far as offseason when it came to the free agency class. I mean, unfortunately, like I think me and Frank already pretty much agree on that the class was pretty horrible. Um, as far as team wise, like I think I'm okay with all the signings. I mean, did we overpay? But I think all the teams overpaid for majority of all these players that just got signed. It's just the way the market is, just how the NBA is. I mean, you got you got players getting paid like 20, 30, 40 million dollars, and Dalvin Cook can't even get 10 million in the NFL, just to show you like how different the NFL and NBA are. Um, but I mean, from what I see, like I mean, what Udoka's trying to bring team ball. Like that's the one thing. If anything that I'm excited about this year is that we're actually gonna have run a system. Like no more isolation. Like it's actually gonna be some sort of system that we're gonna be playing. And the other thing I think that Udoka's gonna emphasize is defense. If anything, this should alert the players. Like, look, man, the clock's ticking for you to step up. You know, like a lot of players like. And I think this is the one thing I was saying like earlier in the season with Silas, which was my gripe was like we had like EG Knicks taking up minutes that we have these draft picks that are first round draft picks that obviously we're tanking, but we're trying to find out what we have in these players. You know, we wasted a year to never know what exactly we had in these players because they just never got the time. Like it's how Frank said, we gave Knicks 30 minutes just for him to walk. You know,
Yeah,
there was nothing to be gained from that. EG was gaining 30 plus minutes. I mean, I'll give Stone the credit for he was able to flip that from a 30 pick to a 20 pick, and in hindsight that got us Cam Whitmore, but like we never got to find out what we have in these players though, you know? And like I said, like for the past 2 years, like there was really no development, and how you said earlier, the only player that did show growth was the one player that we traded, which was KJ.
yeah, for sure. I agree with all of that. Kiwa in the chat. He say rename this live stream to hot takes only. Do you want to come up and give a better take, bro? Since we just hot taking it up there. I mean, you in the chat, so you got a lot to say. Come on in and give your take off, bro. If
What's
you
the
can do
hot
any
take?
better.
I don't think nobody said anything crazy, bro. We're both
That's what
talking
I'm.
about it, man.
That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking him to come up and see what he got. See if he can do a little bit better than what we got. What we talking about. The
I'm not sure.
link is in the description.
Yeah,
I
come
will
up,
post
bro.
the link
Come
in
up.
just for
Y'all
you,
come up, man.
Kiwa. Anybody else? Y'all are welcome.
Yeah,
This
y'all
open
come up, man.
platform
Share your takes. We really like to chop it up with y'all. That's why we got the chop shop.
for
But
sure.
nah, Joe, you was cook. Joe was cooking, bro. Like, yeah, I forgot about Eric Gordon when I was talking about my Knicks part. Like, you know what I mean? That was also just yeah, just weird. I mean, the Silas era. Thank God that's over. One thing I will say, as far as the players we did get, I would say for the most part, we got. You looking at Jeff Green. This is a dude that just won a championship, been in the big stage. He's a dog, defensive minded, can hit the three, great in transition. You look at obviously Fred is a former champion, defensive minded guy. Dylan Brooks, even though he's not a champion, he's played in big playoff games, guarded LeBron, guarded some of the best players in the NBA, been on the big stage, defensive minded guy. And you know what I mean? It's just and Jacques Landale, you know, he's just a guy. But I think for the most part, they kept to the script about the type of players that they wanted, which was these type of uh, kind of gritty guys that have character that have been there, done that. And I think that's a great infusion into our culture, like into our locker room culture. And you know, I mean, one thing shout out to Uncle Mike on Twitter. He always says, like, with now, not considering how dumb it was to just give these players away, but Jacob getting sent out should be a wake up call for Jalen. You know what I mean? Um, and Garuba and some of these and KJ, even though they did it in a dumb way, it should be a wake up call for all the younger guys to be like, bro, this like John Wall was saying. I think what Zach was pointing out. John Wall's point was like, bro, they think stuff is sweet, bro. Like it's not sweet. This the league. It's a business, and you will get you laughing and dapping up and high fiving and stuff after losses, and now you getting shipped out. And low key, I wouldn't be surprised if they just wave guys like Jacob and Group and they back doing whatever. That's how the league goes. So it should be a wake up call for them boys, man, to know that, hey, man, you got to step it up. You know, we got
Yeah,
to
I don't
all
think
step
Jalen Green stepped it up at all. I think if he could average 27 under Silas, like
27.
he averaged like didn't he average like 27 this year? He averaged over
That was
25
the
this year.
second
Didn't he?
half of the
Nah, he
season.
averages 22. I believe it was like
The
That's
22.
second
Oh
half of the
damn, did it
season.
drop?
After
Oh,
it was
Nah, he ain't never averaged
I
27,
thought he
man.
averaged like 25
the
this year.
second half of that
The
season
second
after that
half of the
All Star
season.
game. After
Yeah.
that All Star game,
The
after he
whole team
closed
turned
out the
up after
dunk
that.
contest, yeah,
Yeah,
he
the
was on
whole
fire.
team turned up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. The whole
Yeah,
team turned up
but
after All Star break.
Nah, he got to step up because that didn't really translate to anything, bro. Like if he's gonna be the guy that we're gonna put our franchise on, then he got to wear that hat, like being a leader on both ends of the court, being accountable on a night. One thing about Jalen to let me know he wasn't ready last year was he wasn't consistent. He would go through a whole month being like the worst player in the world, then look good for another month. So I don't know who I think it was Coach Lucas that said this, bro. The difference between the good players and the average players in the NBA is not how much they score or how many points they could put up. Is can you do it every night? And he's not there yet. So when Jalen's able to be the guy every single night, night in, night out, like the SGAs of the world, like John Morant, like Harden was, like, the great players in the NBA, then we can say that. But otherwise, he's just a young guy figuring it out. Now, I think this year he's going to have a major jump. I believe it. But we just got to see it. And I'd love to see him just take a better leadership approach because I feel like he was real passive.
I mean, 22
Maybe
isn't bad for your third year in the league.
that's just points, bro. Like points don't
I
really
mean,
that don't
yeah,
win
I know
games.
it's just points,
Like
but
you
still,
gotta
that's not bad for your third year in the league. Being under a bad
second year. That was his
organization.
second year. Yeah,
Um,
but he was getting all the him and KPJ was getting all the usage. So
Hey,
he's a
Frank.
that's why he's a number 3 pick. Like he's talented, bro. Or number 2.
Hey,
So
Astro
you know what I mean.
Astro Tech, what's happening?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. What's happening, bro?
Oh, sup, sup, guys.
Frank. Dude.
Yeah, this free agency is kind of crazy. Well, not crazy. It's just, I don't know. Just Stone was put to the test because he wasn't really given, like the guarantees, like the Wemby and the James Harden. So, but yeah, I knew we were kind of had to like overpay, but yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
You sound sad, bro. You sound sad.
Yeah,
Perk
man,
up,
wake
man.
up, man.
Come
Damn,
on.
go drink
My boy sounds sad right
Come
now,
out
bro.
of there,
I
bro.
mean, I
Come
feel
on,
him
man.
though, bro, because we was waiting for this day, bro. And this is we could have got more out of this, man. Is
Yeah,
we had the most money to spend really out of every team in the NBA. It's like,
Yeah,
Damn.
I think it's just that tax, bro. That's that tanking tax.
yeah,
That's that Silas tax. That's
Silas
that
tech.
and the
Yep.
that's that
class.
yeah, that's that 3 years being
Yep.
bad tax, bro. It's like who and what was Stone pitching? Like if he wasn't pitching nothing that the older guys wanted to hear and the vets wanted to hear, then that's on Stone. Stone really had to get in his salesman bag and become like a used car salesman and sell some snake oil or something to get these guys over here that really wanted to play with us. We gotta lay this at the feet of Stone. Now, if it comes out the reports is like Udoka had most of this free agency input, and he the one that pushed on for certain players. Then it'll be a little bit lighter, and then we have to shift to Udoka because he's the cook. He wanted these ingredients, so he got to come on and cook something up, bro. Like I still think we are at least a ninth, 10th seed moving forward than for this year
hmm
and next year maybe we allocate some of this the salaries and go get another guy in free agency because the free agency next year is it's way better than this current free agents uh, that we had this year. But we had to spend the money, so it's something that we just had to do.
What's y'all's take on the new CBA rules? Do y'all like it, or would you like? I think it sucks for the Rockets being like the free agent class was pretty shitty this year. I think if it was up to them, if there was no CBA, I don't think they would have spent the money that they did. What's y'all's take?
Well, it's not instituted yet, so they're still under the OCBA, if I'm understood correct. So, yeah, I mean, the new CBA rewards teams like the Rockets and the tanking teams because it incentivizes building through the draft and like home growing your players. That they now in the past, like you couldn't have a bunch of like designated. You know how everybody like Lamelo Ball got the designated rookie extension just now. So once you had one of those, it limited the number. I think you could have another one on your roster. I think it had to be by trade or something like that. But now you could have multiples. You can give a 5th-year contract to a player that you drafted, maybe like a Jabari. Maybe Jabari isn't a star, but he's a great like a role player, and you don't want him walking in free agency. The most you can give him is a 4-year contract. Now they've added that rookie extension for the non-designated players to have 5 years. So it's like trying to make it so stars don't hop around. And if you do hop from team to team, that team is going to be hard capped trying to build around you, like we're going to see the Suns do. So it's good for us. Like OKC, us, Orlando, Detroit, our era is coming, bro. It might not be like in the next 2 or 3 years, but once we start and these like LeBron and them start getting old, we're going to be the teams in the forefront, like with all these talented players that we've built. That's why I think patience is virtue for the Rockets. Like they can't be doing stupid stuff, trying to flip like young guys for like old players. Just chill, let these guys learn, and let's see what we got. Because you may have the structure of a contender already in place without any of these dudes we added. So yeah, the CBA is good for us. It's good for us.
I think it's as good in general for like small market teams as well, to where they won't lose their prime uh, prospects to like Miami and LA and New York and big markets like that. They can actually keep their younger guys together and cultivate them and bring them up together. And not the super team aspect too. It's gonna be hard to build super teams. And if you build a super team, your bench is just gonna be just nasty. Look what the Suns going through already. And under the new CBA, half of them guys probably wouldn't even be on the Suns right now. That's why they trying to get it all done before the CBA, that new CBA kicks in, and they trying to win a championship like right now. Because with the new CBA, Aiton definitely had to be moved. They weren't gonna be able to hold on to Aiton and get Bradley Beal and KD and still looking to make moves like for big names. Now they can do it for now, but next year all that's gonna play out.
Yeah, I think the new CBA is set up to make the stars have to end up moving when they get older, which for me I think is kind of bad because as fanatics, as diehard fans, you want to see that guy that comes and stays on your team forever and able to compete throughout the duration of his tenure. But what ends up happening is, you get two or three guys, or three or four guys that you like, and then you end up seeing them, your best. A lot of times, our favorite player is not the best player. It's a guy. So our guy was Vernon Maxwell. So, when you see a guy like that, and then they have to leave because of the collective bargaining, that's going to be hard on players. Hard on fans to see, like, when we got these two guys, that's our big money players, and now my favorite guy, my glue guy, he has to leave, because of the cap or whatever, so we can bring in more bench players. And I just don't like the way the CBA is set up to do that, because it's going to mean that young players who we draft, 6 men, they'll end up getting moved before we really get to see them. Before we really get to see them grow, they'll end up moving to get that big contract, and it takes away from from the familiarity that you get to build with these players, and and just the homegrown guys and stuff like that. They'll end up moving before we really get to enjoy them, I think. But I did want to say this. I think our splash is Patty Mills. Because I think a lot of guys. I know Frank was advocating for Jordan Clarkson. And Patty Mills is like the.
No, I wasn't, bro.
It wasn't you for somebody said something
No,
about
it
Jordan
wasn't me,
Clarkson.
bro. I'm not saying about no damn Jordan Clarkson.
Okay.
I wanted Jordan
Nah.
Clarkson as a backup.
Right. Okay, so that was go. Okay, so Patty Mills is like the hyperbaric time chamber Jordan Clarkson. You know what I mean? He that guy that's going to come in and give you buckets. He that guy that's going to be tenacious. He not going to miss open shots. He's not going to miss big shots. And we got two guys like that now at our guard. So we looking kind of good right now at our point guard position. We got only guards we got is Van Vliet, Patty Mills, and Amen. All the rest.
Hold on. I'm looking at the chat. I haven't been, we got Twitter limited now to where we can't see but certain amounts of tweets. So I haven't been seeing no tweets since like 1 o'clock today. But I see the chat saying that Patty Mills is going to Memphis as part of the sign and trade for Brooks.
Oh,
I'm checking on it now. Yeah,
that,
Kelly Eco
yeah.
just tweeted that Patty Mills is not staying in Houston and is rerouted. Sources tell The Athletic he's being looped into the Dylan Brooks sign and trade and expanded. Yeah, so that just tells me that. So okay,
That makes sense though.
Yeah,
It
How
do.
many
it
point guard,
does.
it does.
how many point guards does Memphis need? They got Derrick Rose, they got Patty Mills, they got Marcus Smart, you got Jaw.
Well,
That's
Josh not
four.
gonna
That's
be there.
good. Two back.
Well, Ja
Yeah,
gonna be
Ja
gone for
missing. Yeah,
25 games, so
25 games is a lot.
and
So
they'll
Brook,
probably flip one of them dudes at the trade deadline if they wanted to
so
get
did Brook
off of him.
Lopez sign back with Milwaukee already?
yeah, he signed back.
Yeah. Well, he didn't.
Oh,
Okay.
they
Well,
signed him back.
Yeah.
well, he agreed to sign with them. Yes, for 40, 2 year for 40. I think it was 48 million.
Whew.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I felt Patty would have been a good veteran guy.
yeah, me too.
Nice.
I like Patty as a locker room. He's a champion, right? He was
Yep.
Yeah, with
on
the
the
Spurs.
Duncan Spurs. Yeah,
Yeah.
3 times. Two
yeah. I
I
two
think
think
or
he
I.
three
won 2
times.
or 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
at the
I
guys
think
Celtics.
like that.
I'm at
I
the
Yeah, I
think it's
Celtics.
love
gonna
Got
be a
dudes
good
like
season
that.
Porzingis.
for Udoka.
Kurt
What'd you say?
tripping in the chat talking about Jeff Green gonna be our starting small forward.
Hey,
Stupid.
hey, matter of fact, let me holler at Darren Northworthy. He says, get off of Jalen Green. He is young on the worst team in the league with zero offensive direction. Let's see what happens this year.
That's what
So,
we
so
said, bro. Come
That's
on,
pretty
man.
much That's pretty much what I've been
That's
trying to
pretty
say.
much what we all just agreed. Yeah, like
Yeah,
we'll
I
give it a
agree.
shot. Yeah, boys.
okay.
So with the team constructed the way we are right now, are we 35, 40, 45 wins? What you think?
Mm. Which let's go around. I'm gonna call it. Space, go.
Damn, why you got to put me on?
you, you the first. Go ahead,
let
bro.
me let me think. I think I say 38 to 42. 38 to 42.
Okay.
We about in the 9th, 10th seed range and vying for a play-in spot.
All right. I'm gonna say I'm with Space. I was saying 30 to 35. Then I thought when we got Brooke Lopez, it was 35 to 40. If we had done what we thought we were gonna do, so I'm gonna stick with that 35 to 40. I think that's a good jump for them, and yeah, I think that's good. Without Lopez, I can't see it getting pushed up higher than that. Let me see. What about you, Sheezy? What you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with what you said. I'm about 35, 40. If we would have got Porzingis, oh man, I would have said 50 wins.
Yeah, I wanna. Nah, you tripping? But I love
That boy
Porzingis,
said 50.
bro. 50.
Hey,
I
Porzingis,
know
my
he think
guy, bro.
he
That man a dog, bro. Y'all wildin'.
that would have been a perfect fit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Porzingis would have been a great fit for our.
They let the Celtics get him. I'm fucking pissed, bro.
I don't think they ever had him on the radar, bro. Like as a player, which is kind of to me
I
kind
think
of
because
weird.
like he's injury prone, right?
Yeah,
He has
that's
some
Not
true.
really.
injury
I
issues.
mean,
And he's not
not
really
really.
Yeah,
known
he
for
is.
his
He is.
defense either. I think Stone, I mean, he may want
He
a
may
true
probably wanted that.
defensive
Yeah,
type guy.
He could play
EF.
D when he turn up. When he turn up, he could play some D, but he an offensive. He's 7'3" offensive. He got it.
Yeah, he Wemby.
I'm
EF,
Hey,
what you
uh
think, bro?
your
I'm
boy
Twenty
Kurt
wins.
sadly
said,
going, huh?
go ahead, man, because Kurt tripping. He talking about 60 wins, man.
Kurt,
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 you got to come up here, man.
Kurt,
And
Kurt.
we got something
I'm
to
doing
talk
my
about.
Shannon now, man. Kurt, Kurt,
Bro
Kurt,
said
Kurt,
60
Kurt,
wins.
Kurt,
EF and Kurt is like Skip and Shannon. They get on there,
Kurt,
they be
Kurt,
going at it.
Kurt, 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 Kurt. Now,
Bro, if we get 60 wins, I'll go crazy.
yeah,
Nah, that'd be nuts,
that
bro. I don't
would be
see it
crazy.
Yeah,
unless
that'll be.
Jalen and Alp and Tari, all them boys got to like just have major like
Yo,
super leaps.
but
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I'm on the Price is Right. If we was on the
Yeah.
Price is Right, I would probably win according to what Kurt said because I'm gonna go 48
Are you gonna go with the
wins.
highest?
I'm going about
Okay.
48 wins.
We're gonna say
Just
one win.
because I say that the guys we got right now are gonna be more tenacious. They're gonna be more locked in, and I really kind of base that on my mind was set on it because I saw Patty Mills on there. But since he's not gonna be there, I assume we're gonna make some more deals, probably something trade deadline. So I'm pushing it around 48.
Okay. All right, Joe Blue, what you think?
Pretty much the same as what you were saying about 35 to 40. I think the question, I mean, the question I was wondering is like of the three players, who do you think is going to have the biggest leap between Sengun, Green, and Jabari? I feel like this coming year, it's going to be a real, not a make or break year, but it's going to be a real important year for Sengun and Green to see if they take that extra leap, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Who do you think? You say you it was Shangoon's going to have the leap or Green, the biggest leap?
It's good. I mean, the question is who of the three do you think is going to have the biggest leap? And I mean, if you had to pick between those three, um, I'm hoping it's Green. I just don't see the hunger in him to do it.
I got LP.
Nah,
But
bro been in the gym. Bro been in the gym working out
Yeah.
like all summer.
He did
well,
Well,
I've been
last
hearing,
summer.
yeah.
I
I've been
think
And
hearing
he
Jabari
apparently
suggesting
grew
Nah,
the
height
same.
too.
he went to Milan and fashion shows
It's in
and
Milan.
Now he
Woodstock.
picked up
Oh,
some
He,
muscle.
okay.
Oh yeah, that could have been food too, but he did pick up a little muscle over the summertime, bro.
Yeah.
He
well, I mean,
did.
if you look at it, Shangoon can't, like who can make the biggest leap? So what can Shangoon do to add to his game? He can add threes.
That shot, bro.
He,
If
he
he add
can.
that, I told you when he started shooting the
Listen,
three. I told you. You remember
yeah,
when he was just
listen,
giving up?
bro.
He was giving
If
up. They were
Shangoon,
passing the ball. He was just staying there. Eh,
if Shangoon had a three ball, bro, like a real three ball, is he's the best prospect we got, bro.
He,
Yep.
yeah, he can
Yeah.
add the three, and he can get a little better on defense. And that's about it.
Yeah, I
Because
mean he'll
everything
be
else
like,
is A plus almost.
yeah,
Hmm.
dude dropped 35 and 17 and 8 or whatever on the Lakers, bro, and they was trying to stop him. So yeah, if he had a three ball, like it's, I mean, but that's a big if though, because I think like his skill set, he probably has the most versatile skill set on our team,
Jalen can
and that's
add.
on any.
Hey, Jalen can improve marginally on his defense on the perimeter, which will make him super effective. His
Playmaking for
his
Jalen
his
too.
playmaking, his ball handling could get better,
Yeah,
and his shooting
shooting
could actually could get better. So if
efficiency. Yeah, he got to be
right.
more efficient. Yeah.
I
So if you
would
say he may get the
Yeah.
best out of everybody, I think Jalen actually can make the biggest jump.
I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Jabari. I'm gonna go with
Because
Jabari from last year because his bar was so low last year.
No way but up, right?
He started bad, but
Yeah,
as
yeah,
the
yeah,
season
yeah.
got on, he got that confidence. Oh yeah, Jabbar.
Mhm.
And I told people that's you got to get him. You got to give certain people some time. Everybody can't come in and just be him, bro. Jabari got
Facts.
you get that man some time, especially when he pick up a little muscle. Like, did you see? Like, y'all can say what y'all want, but Shangoon and Jabari, how they went at the star big man this season was crazy. I mean, Shangoon went at everybody, Giannis, Jokic, you name anybody, and Jabbar was right there to back him up.
Hey, I
Yep.
was at that game where Jabbar put the clamps on Giannis, man, and
Bro, he was right
Yeah,
there to
that was
back
special.
LP up the whole time.
That was
But
special, bro.
Mhm.
it,
That was such a special game.
it was. But
Yeah.
I'll also tell y'all this: Giannis wasn't playing hard.
You was there?
I was there.
man, Giannis was getting locked up.
He wasn't
I
playing
was
hard.
watching
So
the game,
so
man.
he
He was
was
getting locked
chilling or
up.
what?
He was moving slow. He wasn't at full speed. He was kicking the ball. He wasn't trying to bully Jabari. You know what I mean? It was a lot of stuff that I noticed, but I was like, but that to me, it was a good sign because it says you don't play down to your competition. So I took it like that. Like, you know what? Jabari played hard. Giannis didn't play hard, and Jabari didn't take his foot off his neck. So I gave him his credit for it, but it wasn't like he just really held Giannis to the 12 or whatever it was. It really wasn't like that. But he did play over above the competition level that night.
man, but man,
How,
yeah, that was
yeah.
the Bari effect because you remember
Yeah.
Coach Lucas. He said he gave him some shoes or something. He wanted to go get his autograph. He was like, "You gonna go get Giannis autograph today?" Like he brought that out of Jabari, bro. He
Mhm.
brought
Oh,
that out of Jabari. You remember that,
okay.
Frank?
Yeah, I remember he was telling them that you gonna let him sign your shoes. Yeah, he called them out for that.
Yeah,
I'm
he
wondering
called
how
him
many
out.
of the contenders we beat was just like, we got the Rockets tonight, man. I'm chilling. And by the time they try to like turn it up, it was too late.
It's too
Because I
late.
noticed that in a lot of the games, like
Yeah.
the teams would just be like doing just kind of BSing around, and then by the time they try to like, okay, let's take them out, we was already in the game, and it was a real game for them, and it was too
Bro,
late. So
yeah, we beat some
Yeah,
teams last
the
year. We beat the
yeah, we beat some
Lakers.
good
Lakers,
teams.
We beat the
Celtics,
Nuggets. We beat the
Suns,
Celtics. We beat
Suns.
the Suns
but
twice,
yeah,
I
the
believe, huh?
And most of those
Bucks.
games was because of Alp going crazy. And you can look at the
Was it?
stat. You can look it up. Yes, Alp. Yes, look what Alp did to the Lakers, bro. Couldn't nobody stop all
Now we
every
lost that
big
game
man.
though.
Yeah,
Remember?
Yeah, we
you
lost
lost
that
by
one, but
But
8.
yeah, at the end,
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter,
Didn't
we
they
had
bench
them.
him? Wait,
We
didn't they
had
bench
it.
Alp at the end of that game?
Yep.
They took him out or something like that, or something stupid.
I think they
Yep.
or
Like in
he
the
got in
last
foul
3 or
trouble.
4 minutes.
I
If I remember, I think it was something dumb like that. I just remember I was like,
yeah.
bro, no, they're not taking.
Alp
Now
But yeah,
went
it was
we
that
crazy
beat
that
first
game.
Bulls game that LP went crazy.
that was him and KPJ. Yeah, they was going nuts.
That man
KPJ and
sent
Alp
Zach
was running a
Collins,
lot of.
bro. He almost killed Zach Collins, bro. That man got sent to the upper room, bro. That was dunk of the year. That was dunk of the year, bro.
but he got an offensive foul called on him for
Oh
it.
yeah,
And
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
everybody
oh
said
yeah.
that shouldn't have been an offensive foul. Everybody that all the announcers, everybody is like, bro, that's not an offensive foul, bro.
yeah.
There was a stretch where Alperen had, I think it was in January, where he was averaging like 20, 10, and like 8
Yeah,
for like
Bro, he was
a
going
month and a
crazy,
half,
bro.
bro.
And this is against the
Sharks
star
Yeah.
knocked
big
out.
man. Yeah. Every star big man we went against, Alp had an amazing game.
I would
My
say,
favorite game,
yeah. Go ahead,
my
Frank.
real quick, my favorite game for him was the Philly when we beat Philly. Because that's the game he had 5 fouls and he played Embiid the whole fourth quarter and the first overtime because that was a double overtime game, I think. And he
Mm.
didn't foul out and was guarding him, bro. And he was like really doing a good job guarding him and still scoring.
Yep.
And he had a good game, but just seeing like one, he could guard big bigs like that, and that's what to me like people always talk about guys like Clint Capella, rim protector, but you still need them big hog mogs in the paint. And I think when he gets stronger, that's going to be his power is like just being a bully and
Yep,
just
you're gonna be like
punishing
Jokic.
dudes and
Yeah.
yep, yeah, exactly, yep,
Hey, how do
just
y'all feel
mauling
about
people.
A-Man's chances of being like rookie of the year? Since he don't have to carry the whole offense, he could just get
Hell
slow
no,
rolled into it, and
no.
he gonna have
Uh,
a great plus minus watch. I bet you his plus
Scoot,
minus be good.
but I don't see it. I
yeah,
don't
he
see
ain't
it.
gonna get no PT, bro. Scoot,
Yeah.
Chet, you got Brendan Miller. They about to get
Yeah.
all the burn, bro. They each averaging 35 minutes a game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amen about to be praying in
The only,
silence, bro.
the only way the Fred contract looks bad is if Amon goes off and does become rookie of the year.
Oh, Wemby. Nah, that's a real question, Space. You think Wemby can be rookie of the year?
No, because he only gonna get 18 minutes a night because the 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 low managing Spurs. That's what they do. They low managing. They gonna be real careful with Wimby. He ain't gonna get that 32 minutes a night like that.
Yeah, but true. That's true. But I also think that this is what's going to determine rookie of the year: the media narrative. Which one of these media guys latch on to Wimby and say, "Oh yeah, he making them a winning team," so they go out and get a win. The next game he don't play, and they win that game too. So now they got 2 wins. And they do that for about 40 games. And let's say they end up winning 20 of those 40 games, and they say like, "Oh well, the Spurs already won more than they won last year. It's because of Wimby." And then
And it's
and
not
now,
gonna be.
now now we right. If it's not going to be, but we'll be looking at Wimby as rookie of the year.
Right.
Look, they
I think.
already gassed him. They gassed him too much
Yeah, they
because
gassing him.
Yeah.
because he only played. People don't even realize Wemby shoots 25% from three. He only played 30 something games out of the last 76 games he played. So we really don't even know how he's going to be in the NBA. If we're being completely honest.
Yeah, bro. I seen post already is like Wimby a top 10 player in the league already.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
no. How?
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
dude.
people's predictions. It's like
Yeah,
he
bro.
haven't played a single minute yet.
So
It's gonna be Scoot because Dame's gonna get traded, so Scoot's gonna have all the time. He's gonna be majority of the ball handler. He's gonna have all the minutes. So if anybody, he should have the highest probability of being rookie of the year.
But if
Maybe.
now this is what we got to pay attention to, like Bill Simmons and all those guys. The reason why I didn't have Jalen Green for Rookie of the Year and all that, because our record was so bad. If these guys come out with these whack records and we have a better record, then and we actually playing in meaningful games, then it's just a storyline thing
Yeah.
because they had Herb Jones and guys like that over Jalen Green because Herb Jones he plays in meaningful games and bro what and then we all know like Houston Rockets is like the black sheep for the media. I don't know why every big media hate us.
After
And
Harden
yeah,
left, yeah, everybody started shitting on us after Harden left.
Yeah.
yeah,
Everybody.
Didn't who was it? Richardson? I forgot. Like as soon as the Fred
Richard
VanVleet
Jefferson,
signing, yeah, he just started going off.
bro, he always on our neck, bro. For
Yeah.
some reason, I
I,
think I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think we drafted Richard Jefferson and then
yeah, I heard
traded
that,
him.
and we traded him the day on
Yeah,
draft day.
to
That's
go
crazy.
to New Jersey. They was New Jersey at the time, the New
Yeah.
Jersey Nets. And ever since then, bro just been like a love like a strangled X. Like he just hate us, bro. Like he just anything that
Yeah.
says Rockets, he gonna go in on us, bro. He's gonna go in on us. But I'm gonna make that prediction. I'm gonna say A-Man will be in the top 3 of Rookie of the Year. I'm gonna just say that because I don't think that he's gonna be able to be denied. And then he's going up against backups. He's gonna be going up against backups and second stringers
At
and with
6'7".
at 6'7",
At
bro,
six
with
seven.
with that
Hey,
athleticism.
by the
Mm-hmm.
same token, if our man plays, significant minutes in let's say he come in 7, 8 minutes into the game and he playing a little bit in the third quarter, he gets some fourth quarter burn, he make big shots. Let's say his steals is up around 1.5 steals a game. He get his assist up to around five assists a game, somewhere around that. Which that's gonna, that's stretching it. But let's say he do, and let's say we do hit 49 wins. It's a possibility. It's a possibility that they can say, well, Ahmed Thompson contributed to them having a great turnaround this year, and they give him Rookie of the Year because of the turnaround the team made, and not just on his personal stats.
Yeah.
Yeah. My boy Kurt says 1 is Scoot, 2 A-Man, 3 Miller, mark my words. What you want to put on that? What you want to put on that, Kurt? You seem real confident with your chest out.
Hey man, that man nice, bro. That man nice, and
I think
he young. He could probably get an inch taller. Like
Yeah.
I
I
think
like
that's what I think that's what excites me about Amon is that he's a 6'7" point guard, you know, and if he does develop to be the player that we hope he is, it's like we're going to be a real defensive team. We have a 6'7" point guard that's not only like he's a physical freak, but a lot of things that they're saying he's good on the defensive side. So at some point we're going to be a top 10, top 5 defensive team on the wings. Like we have Jabari, we have Tari, we have Dylan Brooks, we have Amon. Like we're gonna have a great defensive team in the next maybe year or two.
Hey, y'all,
yeah.
y'all know a good player, a good Rockets player that I would like to see our man raise his level to. Y'all might remember this guy, y'all might not. Roger Rose. Y'all remember Roger Rose
no, I don't know him.
For who?
for the
Did
Rockets? He used to play for the Rockets. Oh man,
I
y'all
kind of
slipping.
And I know damn
right
near.
before is it right before the Yao Ming era?
It was during the right around the Eldridge Recasna, Emmanuel Davis era. Roger Rose came in as a rookie and shit was locking down everybody, ripping AI at the half court line, balling on Jordan, balling on Gary Payton. He was balling on everybody. And then he got
Yeah.
into I guess it was Rudy T. Got in the Rudy T doghouse and he just never got out the doghouse. But that dude was a guaranteed lockdown defender. His jump shot wasn't good, but he was, he had that Westbrook get inside the 3-point line and hit the little midi, the 17-footer, 15-footer. He could hit those all day, and he was hella athletic. Kind of like a not great shooting penny, but his defense was glove-like.
Yeah, you talking about Rhodes, Rhodes?
Yep, Roger
Yeah,
Rose.
yeah. I thought you said Rose, like
Nah,
flower
it's,
rose.
if
Yeah,
Armin was that, you know, he might would become he might would become my favorite player on the team right now because that guy was official, but he never got the credit that that he was supposed to. And I can see Roger the same archetype, same body type, but both play point guard, both got that tenacious exterior. So I kind of can see Aubin being like that. If he really buckled down and could play with that tenacity and fearlessness.
for
Yep.
sure. Oh, hey, he just cast the first stone. He just reminded me. Chet Holmgren will be in the running for Rookie of the Year this year
Mm.
because he didn't play his rookie year.
Well, we
So
know he getting it.
you might be right on that one. Cast the first stone. You might be right. Chet might get it. And I seen some pictures of him and some videos. Chet got a little he got a little muscle definition on him now. He's not just that stick that he was when he first came in. So yeah, you might be right with that Chet Holmgren. He's been in a organization already, going against guys of NBA caliber. Yeah, you might be right, bro. You might be right. I'm gonna have to give you that one.
I can see it.
Yeah, he might be right. Shark Shock says Chet and Wimby will both get injured this season, just like Raf Sampson, Sam Bowie, Yao Ming. Man, bro, why you wanna? I don't wish injuries on nobody, bro. I think injuries is some of the worst things you can have in sports. But if Chet get hurt again, oh man, he might be cooked before he even get going in the league. If that's the case, 2 years back to back, he's injured. Ugh,
It
that
was
won't.
crazy. They put Ralph Sampson in the dunk contest. That man was 7'4" at the dunk contest.
Bro,
I don't.
the dunk contest used to be so whack. It used to be
That was the
so whack, bro.
yeah. They weren't dunking like that back then, but
I don't believe Chet was hurt like 82 games hurt. I think that was just a decision. You know what I mean? That was just a business decision to say, you know what, he hurt. We're gonna just sit him for the year because I don't. Like for one, if you that good and you play, you don't sit 82 games because of an injury. Unless it's like I gotta have surgery. I broke something like Sean Livingston. My kneecap came out my leg and rolled over into the first row. I need a new kneecap. But I don't see guys like, I fell down, I got hit by LeBron, I fell down, I'm out for the year and half of next year. I don't see that. So I think that was a business decision. I think Chet gonna come back and be good, but
Yeah, I think that was more of a cautious thing. But I think he might did have surgery though. I think he still did have surgery.
yeah, I think he
no,
Yeah.
did.
Kenny Smith didn't win. He was number two.
What you
Kenny
talking
Smith,
about? Oh, the
I am
chat.
that I am. Yeah, Kenny Smith lost to Doug Christie. I think. I think
Who
that's.
he,
I think that's
who
how it
won
went.
that? Who won it?
I think it was Doug Christie.
Doug Christie. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Doug Christie. Doug Christie was a dog, man. I used to like old Doug. Sacramento Kings, especially when he went to Sacramento. He was real good over there. Yeah, but the guys like that, like Wimby and Chad and guys like that, they do kind of stay hurt. Especially with the lower body, like knees, legs, ankles. They can always get rolled up on and all kinds of stuff like that. But I'm hoping that they all stay hurt. I'd rather see good players stay healthy and fulfill their careers without the injury nagging bug and everything like that. Who so what are y'all looking at, like, as far as the starters? Who's starting?
Uh,
LP, Jabari. Since KMJ gone now, I guess Tari, uh, KPJ, and Jalen Green. I mean, pretty much the same starting lineup from last year. That's what
No,
I
we
would
got
start with.
we got
Nah,
to run.
yeah,
Dylan Brooks
Yeah,
I
got to
see
start,
I
bro.
see him starting with that money. They have to start him.
I like
right.
Tari better off the bench, so I mean, I don't have no problem with Dylan Brooks starting. But because Tari coming off that bench, he brings that spark off the bench that we need. He come out there running the floor. If he just start missing so many wide open layups, like
I,
Tari
I
missed so many wide open layups this year, man. It's crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised. Let me tell you what I wouldn't be surprised to see happen. I wouldn't be surprised to see Tari outplay Jabari and end up in the starting lineup. I just wouldn't. You may say people gonna be in different roles. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tari just outplaying Jabari on in practice and on the court, and he may say, "Hey Jabari, you're gonna be leading the charge on the second unit with KPJ."
I actually got to push back on that one because without Bari at that four spot, bro, our spacing is gonna be trash. I think Bari needs to be in that four spot just to spread the defense out.
I
Him and
think
Um,
so
Sengun, they
too.
complement each other real good.
Yeah, I agree. I
and
agree.
and when you go with like a lot of teams are now transitioning to like double big lineups as well. I'm not so sure that Tari is capable of holding some of the bigger guys. Now he can get physical with them, but as that verticality, that Jabari brings, and if he put his arms up, don't lean, he gonna make it tough on guys at the rim. So I think Jabari's almost a lock at that four spot.
Yep.
I mean, I assume he would be, but I just going off what we saw last year, I saw Jabari outplay. I mean, I saw Tari outplay Jabari a lot of times, and if that continues to happen, I hope. Not that I want to see Jabari play up to his level and be a four, you know, small ball five and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And I would like to see Jabari really reach his level. But if Ime is the kind of guy who says, "Hey, whoever does the best in practice and plays the best in the game, that's who I'm going with." I can see Tari. I can see Tari out playing it, and I can see us going to that small four. You know, I,
Okay, so we transitioned to all day 3004. He kind of on your level. He says, "I believe Jabari is the most likely first rounder to get traded." That's my hot take. Nah, I think they got to keep Jabari, fam. I think they got to keep Jabari.
I would be sick if they traded Jabari.
Y'all think Jabari and Tara can be part of the summer league this year?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think they
I
said they will.
yeah,
I
they
think they
will.
already said they
I
will.
heard that.
I mean, I think they need it. Truthfully,
Yeah.
I probably you won't see like KPJ. I doubt if you see Jalen Green. But the rest of those guys, Jabari, Tari, Cam,
Hmm.
they got to be down there. And then you're gonna see
Yeah.
like Darius Days and uh, maybe I don't even know. We got rid of most of the young guys that I thought was probably gonna be on the summer league team, as far as like Garuba, Tata. Um, how what are we gonna fill our summer league team up with?
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
That's gonna
mm,
be kind of interesting. Summer league.
yeah, yeah. We won't see Jacob ball hogging this year, so that's good.
Leave Jacob alone. Ball hogging pause. Him with that Jalen Green video. Hey man, yeah, hey man will be down there too. Hey man will be down. I think our summer league team gonna be pretty exciting though.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
hey
we got
man, Cam,
Tari,
Jabari.
Jabari.
Sorry.
Nope. Then
Jabari
some.
probably will run center again. He'll probably be at the five. I mean, we'll
Ah,
we'll see. We'll see. I still think we need a couple of little minor acquisitions anyway. Maybe we get a couple of younger guys, just like not young, like 2, 3 years, but like fringe level guys that's gonna be like our 12th, 13th man coming off the bench, fill it up like that, and run with them.
hey, Ghost. Let me ask you this. So with the reports that my guy Dylan Brooks was saying he wanted to do more and show what he can do and that he could score, they just wasn't letting him. He didn't. That wasn't part of what they wanted him to do. What do you think Dylan Brooks will average on our team this year if he's starting at three?
I don't want them taking over maybe 10 to 12 shots a game
He
anyway.
can't shoot that good, bro. So
So I would say maybe 11 to 14 points, maybe. anywhere
Yeah.
up in there. So I meet it in the middle, 12 points. Probably about 12 points. We really ain't get him for his scoring. I just want to see him actually engage the point of attack on defensively, and I think that's what he's gonna show his worth at point of attack. Hold on, we got us a super chat. Shark Shock super chat. He says Goon Squad 2.0, Bari, Tari, Brooks, KPJ, and A Man. Oh, you put KPJ in the Goon Squad? Oh yeah, he coming off the bench?
for sure.
Nah, did K be coming off the bench? You got what, three bench players in there with two starters. Okay. That might be the second quarter lineup that we roll out there at the beginning of the second quarter. Hey, that's tough though. That's tough.
Yeah,
Most of these guys can play defense. KPJ really gonna have to show me something defensively this year because he's gonna be off ball and he's gonna have to be on the wing. I would suspect a lot. So I think he's really gonna have to amp up his defensive intensity. And I don't want to see this one thing I don't want to see from KPJ. I don't want to see none of the throwing up the hands like, what's up? I ain't get the call. Lofting under the goal after he didn't get a call. I don't want to see none of that from KPJ. I don't want to see none of that from none of our guys. Last year, it was too much of everybody looking at everybody, pointing fingers, just saying, "Hey, that was your man." If you see a man open, just get a man. We lost a lot of games like that in the fourth quarter to where who was that killed us? Jimmy Butler. On that Jimmy Butler, y'all remember
Oh
that play?
yeah. With that dunk.
Yeah, bro. With that alley oop, I was like,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
sick, bro. I was like,
See,
come on,
And then
somebody pick up the open man, bro.
yeah. And it
yeah.
wasn't
so I
just
think that was the very next game after that damn Kings game where they said Eric Gordon fouled.
oh yeah. And the three
They
free
didn't even
throws
touch
too.
him. Yeah.
I know.
That's what
Yeah,
I was just about to say. I think a lot of our guys, especially LP, like they say, oh, you need a veteran in the locker room. And Eric Gordon was our veteran, and Eric Gordon uh, is known. You know what I mean? He's notorious for the crying face. Like whenever you see Eric Gordon, he
yeah,
always got the crying face, and LP
yeah,
started to adopt that. You know what I mean? He started to look like they say when you're around somebody for a long time, you start to look like them.
yeah,
LP face started to morph into Eric Gordon's face. And I was like, that's not good for LP, man. Because you'll see him soon as he get hit, he running down with his face looking like Eric Gordon. And I'm like, oh man, this not gonna be good, man. So I'm glad that he gone. I like to see these guys with the Dylan Brooks face, or whatever, or the Fred Van Vliet face when something happened more
we need
than the
we need that
I'm crying.
LeBron face playoff Miami LeBron face.
Right, right. The
That's the
scowl.
type of face. Yeah, that's the type of face I
Mhm.
want to see our guys with most of
Kevin
the time.
Garnett walking behind your bench, walking
Yeah,
behind your bench, frowning at your face. Yeah, that
And
kind of
King
stuff.
Martin Jr. He had that mean mug he had thrown out there.
Yeah,
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 but he used to cry too when he used to go up for alleys and he'll get nicked. He'll
But
be
you
crying to the refs and stuff.
But the refs targeted Alp and Cape and King Martin Jr. so much this season. It got so bad
they did.
to where everybody in the gym was noticing that why they targeting these two people. Actually, it was worse for King Martin Jr. Like it got to the point where they were just hoeing him.
Yeah, I agree. I
We,
agree.
cause we saw that dude go from blocking everybody shot his rookie year to barely getting blocks at all.
Yeah,
It was like every time he in the post, they calling a foul on him. Every time he going to the goal, offensive foul. People slapping him. He don't get no fouls. And it's like they kind of took him out of his game.
yeah.
Yeah. He
I
led the league in dunks this year, man. That man was banging that shit.
One thing I don't like about the league is you got to earn your call. As rookie teams and stuff like that, a foul is a foul, bro.
Yeah,
Like just call it down the middle. Almost like how they do with the playoffs. Oh, this playoff brand basketball, we're not gonna call these calls because it's the playoffs, this and that. Bro, if it's a foul, call the foul.
Hmm.
No
right.
matter who it is. If it's a superstar, if it's a bench player, role player, call it evenly. That's how like a lot of these. That's why a lot of the conspiracy theories, come up because it was like, oh, they wanted this team to win, and the free throw discrepancy between two like the teams, like one team will shoot 34 free throws, and then the other team will shoot 8, 9, 10.
This should be crazy.
Facts. Like there's no way that the Lakers shooting 4 free throws and Denver Nuggets shooting 20, and you got LeBron on your team who just going V line to the goal every single time, and he not getting fouled at 270. Come on, man, y'all fouling this dude every time he get the ball.
Yeah,
There's no, but they started that stuff back with Jordan with the Michael Jordan rules where, Jordan could go jump in the air, turn around 3 times, and somebody touches his shorts, brush up against you, and foul, foul. You foul Jordan on his shorts, and then Patrick
yeah.
Ewing can go get the ball in the post, and they slap him, hit him, chop him across the neck, and he shoot the ball, and then there's no whistle.
We got us a super chat, fellas, from Marcus Moore. He says, love the channel and basketball talk. A Timberwolves fan showing love. Already. Appreciate that, man. Subscribe while you here. A matter of fact, I'm glad you in here, matter of fact. I think it was some low-key rumblings about would they shop Karl Anthony Towns. With Karl Anthony Towns, are you feeling that? Would you mind getting rid of Karl Anthony Towns, or would you try to flip Gobert to get some of that trade asset back that y'all lost? Let me know what y'all think about that panel. Karl Anthony Towns if y'all was the Timberwolves, or Rudy Gobert.
They,
I,
they
I'm
fucked
cat.
up by they fucked up by
Yeah.
trading for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
The Jazz did
I'll-
the Jazz did him dirty.
Yeah.
Nah, they
Oh,
did
yeah.
themselves
Well,
dirty. They offered that.
I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I'll
would.
take Cat though all day.
I still think Rudy should have been kicked out the league for that damn COVID shit.
Oh yeah. With the
I
That
mic.
boy
still
went
got
to
that
3
against him.
years ago.
I still got that against him, bro. I don't care.
Oh
he,
yeah,
he spread that around, huh?
hey, my pops had said that KJ Martin. He said that KJ Martin blocks went down because they switched him to the 3. So I can see that.
Yeah, they did. I was gonna mention that too. They did switch his position. Yeah,
Yep.
he right about that. He right about that. Shannon Thomas says they can't flip Rudy. Nobody want Rudy, huh?
Yeah.
Not no more. I don't think nobody
Yeah,
want him
with
no
that
more.
contract. No.
I got a question for y'all. The question is, do you think KPJ will survive the full season?
Yeah,
I hope he do. I hope he does.
I hope he does.
On the cool,
No.
he have to, because if he don't, I don't see too many people out there really want KPJ. The only person I heard ever says was recently that the Pacers was looking maybe to get KPJ.
The
But if
Spurs
KP,
was too.
the Spurs was,
Hmm.
oh, okay. He might have a little small market of teams out there that'll probably try to get him. But for the most part, if he don't work out here, uh, it's gonna be slim pickings for KPJ. I still think he's a good player, and he'll be able to be utilized somewhere else. But as far as being like getting starter type minutes and being actual part of the core, I I don't know. It'll be slim pickings for him.
but because we was talking about this last night, and Pops was bringing to my attention that last year they were saying that I think it was like after the Eric Gordon trade or whatever, they were saying that KPJ was our best defender. I think Silas said so, and some other people were saying the same thing. And we seen it
Cap.
when he
That's cap.
competed against. Well, we seen when he competed against Steph. He went out there and took that challenge and stole the ball from Steph a couple times.
He knows how to play D, bro. It's just certain players that just don't decide not to play D.
Well, he'll lock up. He'll play D. He'll be in the right position. I think that KPJ had 2 problems last year. He was exerting a lot of effort on the defensive end and all the effort on the offensive end, and his team wasn't hitting shots when he was passing them the ball. So that's frustrating for one. You a better shooter than the guys that's getting all the shots, and you trying to distribute the ball and get everybody else shots, and they missing shots, and you feel like you can make those shots. That'll get frustrating for you. So I think, with Ime being there, a lot of this, kind of stuff like that pressure that he had on him is going to come off of him. So now, like you said, if we see him at the 3, we see him, he'll be great off the bench. because he could come in at the 3, come in at the point guard, and not have a lot of pressure on him. And he will lock up on D. We seen him do it. We seen him holding LeBron.
I know he knows how to play defense. It's just certain
I think
players.
I think he is more valuable coming off the bench than being a starter. Because, like I said, like a lot of times he could just come in and cook.
Yeah.
You know, he could just come in and cook and actually lead. He could be that 6 man, like how Eric Gordon was on some of those James Harden led Rockets teams, where it wouldn't be an ultimate drop off from the starters. We got a man come in and just bring it. And I really think KPJ's, it's just his attitude and his demeanor sometimes that really just hold him back, and that's just it, because he got talent. He's very talented, bro.
Yeah.
If anybody want to come up, I'm gonna post the chat one more time. We're gonna be closing this space down probably within the next 15-20 minutes. Let me know how y'all feeling. Come up here and get your takes out. I see a lot of people in here, new name people, man. If you haven't yet, hit that like button, come up, join the chat, and come up and rock with the CSGs, man. We appreciate everybody. We want everybody to get up, come on up here and get your takes off.
So
Um, what I was about to say something, I forgot. What you got? Shark Shot. I mean, Astro Tech.
Oh,
When that Astro
I was
Tech.
about to, yeah, I was about to say I think KPJ will finish the season because, with his attitude with Ime and watching footage with him and stuff, I would imagine they wouldn't, do him dirty and just trade him. But it's a business, so you never know. But I would like to think he would finish the season with us.
Yeah.
I think I'm the same way. I think like even like Shark said, KPJ matured a lot. He tried to do everything he could. We can't really hold him to. Yeah, he do got a bad attitude sometimes, but under the circumstances, under the tutelage of Coach Silas, you can't. You know what I mean? You can't really have it both ways. You can't say like Silas was the most horrible coach in the world and KPJ wasn't supposed to be frustrated. You know what I mean? So you gotta say, okay, well, we know Ime likes him. We know Ime gave him his little kudos for being at the press conference. So we hope that KPJ go up, because KPJ can be that Jalen Brown that can't handle the ball. He can be the same kind of player Jalen Brown, play defense, handle the ball. He's a better facilitator, I think, a better ball handler than Jalen Brown. So he can be that. I just wonder, like, if we clear that money up with the Dylan Brooks trade, with a sign and trade, is there a guy that we think that we still can get that can really solidify the roster?
Well, I think somebody out there, but I'm gonna have to push back a little bit on that, because KPJ, he's the only one on the whole roster, as far as the young guys, was put in a position to succeed. Really, they gave him the ball. They set John Wall. They did everything. They let him run the pick and roll. They kept Shangun on the bench for a little while so he can have a pick and roll guy with what's your boy name that we traded off to Atlanta. He started
Bruno,
Bruno.
line threat.
They really did everything they could to help KPJ succeed. And I just think it was a little bit more than he can handle, truthfully. Cast the first stone. Appreciate you for subscribing, man. Good looking out. You just joined the best community on YouTube, Rockets YouTube, man. Good looking out. Good looking out. Yeah, but I think that he was put in a position to see exactly what he can do, and he got the opportunity. Now, he wasn't the best and he wasn't the worst. I think they put him in that spot because he's the only one that could actually break down a defender standing in front of him, and he had the best dribbling on the court. So it was kind of like, to a default, he was our point guard. You know what
Hey,
I'm
so
saying?
so let's talk about it. So is putting a guy in a position to experiment with him. I mean, yeah, it's helping him to develop, but is saying, hey, I need you to go out and try a bunch of stuff that you don't know how to do. Is that giving you an opportunity to succeed, or is that giving you an opportunity just to grow in places that you don't know if you can succeed in?
I think I think I think it's a good thing that you get people to go out there and experience because maybe if you didn't throw if you just kept KPJ at a shooting guard and then you didn't experience to see if he could play the point guard, then to me I feel like it's kind of holding the player back because KPJ can't play the point guard.
I just think they gave him the leeway to do so.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
gave him
like
the reins.
yeah, they gave
Yeah.
him what 2 years, 2 full years
Hmm.
of seeing if he can be that guy, and I think he made strides. Progression is not linear. You're gonna have some good days, you're gonna have some bad days, but for the most part, it was some easy reads that just wasn't read and just wasn't hit. Jabari Smith, man, I used to pull out my hair out of my beard because Jabari used to be wide open in the corner, like mostly all day. He was wide open in the corner. Part of that, I'm not gonna, dispel Jabari from his responsibility. Part of that was him just missing open shots to
Yeah,
begin
bricking.
beginning of the season. He was just missing, but he was still. But as a player, bro, this is what we got to realize. As a player, bro, you don't just want to sit in the corner and shoot threes all the time. You want to actually get in your spots to where you feel comfortable at. And we seen post All Star game, he wasn't just sitting in that corner. He'll get the ball in the corner and he'll dribble in and get to where his spot is and
Yeah,
just pull up over guys.
yeah, he started shooting over everybody.
So
Yeah,
so so my take on that is that okay, in an aspect to giving KPJ opportunity to succeed. I look at it from this way: when Jalen Green came in, they put Jalen Green at the two. They left KPJ at the point. Now, in most, and I correct me if I'm wrong, in most of our eyes, the quicker, faster person probably should be the point guard. So why didn't they put JG at the point? He's shorter, and then put KPJ at the two. He's a better shooter. He's better around the rim. He was better. Really, KPJ is a better shooting guard than Jalen Green. So why didn't they put JG at the point guard to give that burden to your second overall draft pick and let him fail at the point guard for 2 years and let KPJ succeed at the two?
now you asking questions that we all think because we know Silas was a bad coach. That's why he was a
Yeah.
bad freaking coach. And I don't know if y'all remember, like after we won, who did we beat? I think it was the Lakers or somebody we beat. They had to we seen Jalen and KPJ do like some pick and rolls between the two. And Silas actually came out and said, "Oh, they've been trying to make me put this play in for like the last month," and I was like, "No." But then he did it, and we won a game, and it was like, bro, why the hell don't you listen to your assistant coaches? Because he said that Coach Abdallah was like begging him to put this play in, and he wouldn't do it. So it's like Silas hung himself. Silas was just a bad coach, bro. He was like square peg round hole. That's all he wanted to do was what he knew. He didn't want to,
Mhm.
expand the playbook. I don't know if he just didn't trust these guys, but he just wasn't a good coach, bro. And we was hamstrung from that.
Yeah, in a report by Kelly Emo, that's what I call him. I don't call him Kelly Eco no more. I call him Kelly Emo. He said that the Rockets were just playing in a lot of waste and mess, largely because of bad coaching by Steven Silas. And I was like, man, y'all not gonna let that guy live until we do good. But yeah, I can see that. But I think a lot of that too was Stone because Stone coming up on the Maury has this kind of idea like, I'm gonna pick these guys. I'm gonna tell you where to put them, and then you play them where I tell you to play them and make it work. And that's why I think Ime is going to come in and be different. I think Ime is going to come in and say, "Yeah, you pick the guys, and I'm gonna put them where I think they go best."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we did see Jalen actually he can facilitate some, but when Jalen actually was trying to be the point guard, bro, we seen some dismal games from Jalen. He had like a one game, he had like 8, 9 turnovers at like a few games. I was like, nah, Jalen, he ain't it. If when he was the ball handler and he was with Shangoon, he did very well because he was looking to give the ball to Shangoon, and Shangoon actually made him look good when he was doing it. But if he was doing that with like KPJ and Sengun was on the bench, it's like he didn't know where he was gonna give the ball to. His decision making wasn't on point. His decision making wasn't quick enough to be an actual point guard. So I think as a secondary, maybe third, like how Frank. I know y'all seen the video from Frank about the secondary assist and that type of. I think he can make a secondary read, but for him to be that prime facilitator, I don't think Jalen Green is there yet. And he definitely wasn't there last year.
Yeah, Cortez put in the chat something that I didn't know. Said that Jalen Green last year when KPJ was out, that he was big and Silas not to put the ball in his hand, that he didn't want to run the point. And that's a bad sign because you a number 2 overall draft pick and you 6'4", 6'3". You should be willing to take that challenge. You the quickest person on the team. You got the downhill action that dribble crossover. You love to try to go to the rack and do all that stuff. You closer to a Ja Morant than you are Anthony Edwards. So you should have been chopping at the bits to get the ball and run the point. But he didn't, like you say, he know he couldn't make those decisions fast enough, and he didn't want to look bad. So,
Thanks for subscribing, Dutch and De Niro. Appreciate it. Hold on, CRJ713. He says I'm hearing Miles Turner on his way to Houston. Is you being serious, bruh? Cause I don't, like I said, my Twitter is like I'm capped out on my space. Um, I don't see anybody else see that.
I'm checking right now.
Let me see. I'm not seeing that.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Bro, don't get me all excited like that, bro. Don't be getting me
Yeah,
excited, man.
And
Miles
Miles
is
Turner,
a
my God, man. I used to always draft him to the Houston Rockets when I played 2K3.
I think he'll be like the perfect fit to with a Shangoon. I don't think him coming over would relegate Shangoon to the bench immediately. I
yeah.
think he can play, and we also seen Shangoon play with a multiple style bigs. We seen him play with Kelly Olynyk. We seen him play with Bruno sometimes. We seen him play with Christian Wood. Like Shangoon is so versatile, bro, that he can actually play with different styles of bigs. So if we get bigs like how we got Landell and Jeff Green, and that's not gonna mean nothing for Shangoon, bro, because he can play with all of them. He can play with all of them.
Yep.
Yeah, bro, that boy, CRJ, I should put you in timeout for that one. Don't come in there with that nonsense, bro, man. Almost gave me a heart attack, man. I was about to at least be a little bit happy about this offseason. But after we facilitate this trade with Dylan Brooks, man, there should be some more people, at least somebody else that we can get, man. So I don't think
Yeah.
we're done, but I feel like we got a couple of more moves we should be able to make, man. It's getting a little late, man. If you go ahead and put the grade that y'all think, I'm in the chat so far with this off season, the free agent signing and acquisitions and everything. Start with my panel, Astro Tech. What you give it? What you give it so far?
Uh, I would say a C because of the 4 years with Dylan Brooks. That's gonna hurt with Sangoon's and Jalen Green's extension year. So Van Van Fleet was. I'm glad he had a player option because his contract's pretty big, and Landale and Green are pretty good vets to have. So yeah, overall, I'd give it like a C, C minus.
Okay. Joe Blue, what you got?
As far as I'll divide it like in three sections. As far as like for the
Nah, you
coach hire,
can't do that, Joe Blue. You can't do that. Nah, I'm bullshitting. Go ahead, bro.
I'll give it like the coaching hire an A, the draft an A, and then as far as the free agent offseason, I'll give that like just a solid B.
Okay. EF. Is EF still with me?
Yeah, I'm here, man. So I'm gonna go. Like the last guy, I'm gonna go probably around an A minus because I'm having to depend on Rafael Stone to work it out for Jalen Green and out and LP in 2 years, which if he's still here, I think he can do. He a good money's guy, so he'll be able to do that. But at the same time, um, you couldn't have asked for a better point guard than Fred VanVleet out of this free agent, and you couldn't have asked for a better defensive player than Dylan Brooks. So we got the two guys that we really needed to step up our game. We didn't solidify all the positions, and if they still working to try to bring in a Miles Turner, then that'll get us around a solid A or A plus to me.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a B as far as the free agent signing. I think I'm still a little hung up on the amount of years. I think if each one would have game with a 2 year deal for like Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet 2 years, I think I would bump it up to like A minus, A almost an A plus. Of course, I think the coaching hiring is a knock it out the park, A plus. So in totality, I guess I'm gonna have to go A minus for the whole free agency so far, unless we add somebody else. Um, Jeff Green, that in itself, I'm gonna get that a B plus. I just love that signing, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like always, man, I appreciate everybody for coming up. Astro Tech, EF Hutton, my boy Joe Blue, man. Y'all are wonderful. Some good,
Thank you.
good, good chopping it up, man. I love chopping it up with my CSGs. CSGs,
Thank
Chop
you.
Shop Gang. If y'all don't know what it is, look under the video. We got the merch. Holla at us. You can purchase you some merch. I got a Chop Shop hat in my collection. Chop Shop hat, CSGs. I got a Chop Shop shirt. Um, we got some Amen gear. We got a lot of gear up there, man. Just go in there, holler at us, show some support, show some love, hit that like button if that's all you can do. We'll appreciate it, man. We're steadily growing. Hey, y'all see that EF Hunt, huh? We steadily growing, bro.
We
We used
looking
Yep.
good.
yeah, we used to be in here with like what 20 something people. Lately we've been up in the hundreds, man. Hundreds, 200s.
Imagine
We
the playoff games.
Oh man, when we actually get to winning, bro,
Yep.
we gonna be in here deep, bro. We gonna
Yep.
so y'all come in and join in the chop shop at the right time. Yeah, if somebody knocking on your door, man, answer
Now they
it.
busting shots out here, man.
That's opportunity knocking. Oh, that was some shots.
Yeah, they busting shots over there.
Oh man, stay inside your house, man. Get under the table, bro. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody for coming out, joining us, man. The whole chat, y'all been wonderful. Love it, love it, love it. Y'all the best. Good thing. Join the membership packages if you can. It starts at 99¢, bro. Appreciate everybody for coming out, man. It's your boy Space. Big up to my boy Frank. Keep checking out the videos. Frank always putting down the classics. Hey, Frank the GOAT, man, when it comes to this video thing, bro. So, man, yeah, appreciate everybody for coming through once again. Let's go, Rockets, man. We done, man. We looking like at least a play-in team, bro. So the
Yep.
team got better. I can't be mad at the whole thing, bro. So H Town up, stand up, H every day. CSGs, we all we got. Holla at your boy Space, man. I'm out of here. Let's go.
Yep.